Yeah, that's more like it. Let's go. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Yo, this is your host, Demetrius, with the PPP Panthers Prime Podcast. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. How y'all feeling, man? What's good with y'all, man? Yeah. Happy Monday, man. Hey, did y'all get blown away by that win today? My goodness. Boy, that storm came through Charlotte, didn't it? Yeah. Said we had an old tornado. The old tornado came through here. Yeah. Hey, Jay Brooks, what's good, man? Rare Species, what's good, man? Good to see you. Joseph Peterson, what's good, my dude? Yeah. What's good? Happy Monday evening to everybody. Antonio McClinton, what's good, man? Tyree Ross said, thank goodness. PB, the only one I had to listen to was, shout out to them boys over at the Black Cat Panther podcast, man. Great podcast over there. Candy Girl, what's up, Candy Girl? What's up, man? Hey, Black 94, what's good, man? Win was stupid, yo. Yeah, win was wild today, man. I said, my goodness. Gerald, man, what's up, man? What's good, man? Hey, man, we gonna get into this Jaylen Phillips introductory press conference. I'm gonna live react to it, man. And then we're going to talk about, Xavier Legette, John Metchie. We got to talk about it. Let's go. All right, man. PBP, what it do, man? What up, man? What's good with you, yo? What's good with you, Candy Girl? I hope you're doing all right out there. Hold on.
Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Not for here. Severe thunderstorm warning for Henderson. Yeah, that ain't for here. That it done passed us now. Yeah, it done passed us. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When it first hit about 10:25 this morning, I said, "Oh wow." But then it was over by 10:29. Yeah. A 4-minute thunderstorm. I ain't never see that happen before in my life. And then we had round 2 that pulled up. Round 2 was, it was just windy. I mean, it was pushing everything. Yeah, shout out to the wind. Yeah. Robert Foxworth, what's up, man? What's good, man? What's good, man? Tyree said I was on Unk's pod earlier. They said the Panthers might be in talks with Debo. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all listen to PPP say stuff like the Panthers are looking for a free agent wide receiver before news starts popping out, y'all need to start listening to me. Start trusting me. All right? Start trusting me. I might know a little something. Little something. Yeah. Yeah. I told y'all back in January that John Metchie was a good acquisition for this team. No, PPP, he ain't no good acquisition. Oh, and see, here's the thing I love. Everything is still up. Everything is still there on the show. Yeah. Hey, let them know. I'm the goddamn GM. Yeah, let them know. Yeah, let them know. Michael said to answer my question, neither of them. Yeah, you a whole lie. Yeah, y'all didn't see my thumbnail? Yeah, John Metchie was calling me. I had a missed call from Xavier Legette, allegedly. Had a missed call. But John Metchie was calling me while I was at the press conference today with Jaylen Phillips. And that's what we're going to talk about first, guys. This introductory press conference with Jaylen Phillips. We're going to react to this, break it down, chew it up, and see what it's worth. You know, y'all know how I feel about this brother. He actually talked about it a little bit, the stuff that I was kind of thinking about. So, you know, let's get into it. This is our new edge rusher, Jaylen Phillips, acquired from the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go.
Good morning, Jaelon. How are you doing this morning?
Doing good, Jeff. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us. Dan Morgan.
Hey, that brother sound like he just woke up. Dang.
Signed 3 of the top, arguably the top 10 free agents on the market, and that's something that was unthinkable a few years ago. In your case, why did you join the Panthers?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. This question right here is actually a really good question. There was no way on God's green earth we was going to be able to land a top defensive player, period. No, we would have to give away half of the GM salary, half of the coach's salary, and Tepper was going to have to take out 2 tuitions for their kids, get the wife a lifetime supply of wigs and bras, you know, and then pay him a hefty salary for us to get a top player, period, here in Carolina 2-3 years ago. So this is a great question here. Let's go.
And is the perception of playing for the Panthers changed among the NFL players?
Yeah, I think that what the team was able to accomplish last year was extremely impressive, and I think everybody kind of recognized the organization as a contender and, you know, somebody, a team that's up and coming. So, you know, I think that Dan did an awesome job of, you know, who he signed. And I'm just excited to come in and contribute to what the team was already doing in the, you know, upwards trajectory of what the organization was doing.
Boy, that man got a deep voice. God dang. Ah, dang. But everything he said was true. He said that the Panthers last year showed that they can be contenders. I remember being on podcasts and even on mines, disputing the fact of the Carolina Panthers being a contender, being a team that other teams would have to fear. All right, would have to come to terms with that. We're not the same old Scott Fitterers. We're not the same old Matt Rules. We don't move to that beat no more. You know, we're Dan Morganis. We're Brent Tillises. where Dave Canellis is. Most importantly, Bryce Young is our quarterback. Yeah, remember that. Let's go.
Just one quick follow-up. As a new leader of the room, how important is it to you to mentor?
Hey, Mello. I don't. Hey, shout out Mello, man. Boy, that's Al's go-to. PPP don't know football, man.
For Scorton and Princely, and to create something that's been missing for a long time, a consistent pass rush.
Yeah, I think them two in particular are super talented young guys. I saw them jumping out on film a lot last year when I was doing film studies. So, I'm just excited to come in. Obviously I'm not like a 10, 15-year vet, but I've, played in this league a fair amount and I have some good experience. So, I think that I can come in and, help contribute from whether it's a mental standpoint or just, whatever guidance they need. And I'm sure they're going to, help me out with a lot of things too. So I'm excited to get in that room and just start building that bond with the guys.
Hey, thanks. Good luck in Carolina.
Thanks, Jeff.
The stuff that I'm learning, that they're teaching me is, I don't think I would
1 second.
learn this in a long time. I love it.
Yeah. Shout out to Miguel. Let's go.
Hey, Jalen, David Newton with ESPN.com. Congratulations. Wanted to ask you kind of your emotions when you got the big deal with Carolina compared to what you were feeling way back when the injuries forced you to basically give up football or thought you were giving up football.
Yeah, if you had told me that this was going to happen a handful of years ago, I might have told you were crazy. I always had the belief in myself. I've always known, what I can accomplish. But, truthfully with this game, you never know. Especially back-to-back injuries, it was definitely, a tough time that I had to go through. And I just put my head down and, continued to have faith in the process, have faith in God, and that, if I just, kept doing my job and that everything was going to work itself out. But it was a pretty surreal moment when it happened. And, I really wouldn't rather be anywhere else but the Panthers. So I'm just very grateful for everything.
And what did your parents mean back then? And their musical background is amazing. So how did their influence and knowing the music side that you actually got into, how did that all play into everything?
Yeah, so music kind of found me. Like I said, I grew up in a musical family. Grandfather was a symphony conductor. Both parents were instrumentalists. I grew up playing the piano some, but when I retired from UCLA, that's when I really poured myself into music. And it was there for me in a time when I needed it the most. It was very cathartic for me. It allowed me to start to establish an identity outside of the sport, which, as you guys all know very well, it's very hard for guys sometimes when they stop playing their sport, trying to find their identity, trying to figure out what they're going to do with their lives. So, I was able to have that opportunity. And then when I got back into the sport, it just gave me a whole different appreciation of, what the sport means to me. And, ever since then, just I've been able to focus on football, obviously, but still have music as something that's, I'm passionate about in the off season, or just whether it's as a listener, as a producer, engineer, something that still plays a pivotal part in my life. And, in terms of my parents, just being there to support me through everything. Obviously, they encouraged me when it came to the music, but, my dad in particular just always told me, he's like, man, I really think that you can get back into football and still do something special with it. And at first I didn't believe him, but, we butted heads, we went back and forth, but ultimately, kind of took his guidance on that. And I know it was a very special moment for both him and I when I did sign this contract, and we're able to just kind of look back and reminisce on, 2018 when, like I said, I was just arguing with him every day. I don't want to do it. It's not for me. So it's a blessing, man. And I'm so thankful for them for supporting me and, for, everything that's gotten to this moment.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, David.
Scott Fowler, followed by Mike Kay.
Hi, Jaylen. I wanted to ask you, for people who have not seen you play regularly, how would you describe yourself as a player?
Oh, man, max effort, tenacious, disruptive. I think that's three kind of words that I can describe it briefly. I think that I still have room to grow, obviously, as a pass rusher. And, I kind of used this phrase when I was talking to the team, a couple of days ago, but just turning all that disruption into production. I think that's kind of the next step of my career. But at the bare minimum, I'm a disruptive force. You know, I go out there with max effort, with huge heart. I'm a team guy, and you know, I just try to bring my teammates along with me. But you know, when I get on that field, man, it's instinctive, it's fast, and it's like I said, it's balls to the wall, 100% every time.
One other thing, with that great big contract.
Yeah, why he laughed at him when he said balls to the wall? Yeah, why? Well, yeah, why he laughed, chat? Why he laughed? Freaky man.
Do you have any plans for that money, or have you ever made a splurge purchase on it yet?
I'm buying a house, man. I'm buying a nice house in Charlotte, nice backyard with a pool, and you know, a place for my future wife, fiance currently, and baby boy that's coming in a couple days.
Oh, he about to get a house down there in goddamn Ballantyne, or let's see, Ballantyne. He may be down there in Weddington. Let me see here. What's another good area down there? Audrey Kell. He may be down off of Carmel Road. He definitely ain't on Wilkinson Boulevard, I tell you that much. Yeah, he ain't on Wilkinson, y'all. He ain't on Freedom Drive, and he definitely ain't on Betty's Ford or Sugar Creek. Yeah. He gonna be yeah. He's South Charlotte. He's South Charlotte, y'all. Just want to let y'all know, South Charlotte.
Is to feel settled and, you know, build our family. But I'm a car guy too, so I'll probably get another classic Porsche and you know, get my wife something nice. But you know, I also just, you know, using that money to support my family, to support my loved ones, and to make a difference. I'm sure eventually I'll make some more splurge purchases. I like watches too, so if you see me rocking a new AP, don't ask questions.
Yeah.
You know where that came from.
True. That's true. Waxhaw. Yeah, he may be down there in Waxhaw. Yeah, he might be down there. It's a Ballantyne, Weddington, South Charlotte, Waxhaw, Pineville. Yep. Shout out to the one person that ain't never have a neck. Yeah, shout out to Dougie. That brother ain't never have a neck. He swallows his food and goes straight to his pancreas. Shout out to Dougie. Let's go.
But yeah, man, I'm excited to be able to have this freedom, and you know, it's a blessing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, Jaylen. Congratulations. This year, guys were able to have Zoom calls with, I mean, obviously this is your first foray into free agency, but guys were able to have Zoom calls. Were you able to take part in a Zoom call before you agreed to terms? And if so, what did you learn about the organization from that Zoom call, if you did?
Yeah, I honestly didn't even have a Zoom call. It all happened very quickly. It was within the span of, you know, basically, you know, found out that the Panthers were interested on like a Friday, and then you know, my agent kind of dealt with everything. I trusted him and deferred to him to, you know, negotiate well and do all that. And then, you know, when the offer came in, then I was able to, you know, talk to the coaches, talk to Dan, do all that, and it was a match made in heaven. Honestly, I think that we're all very like-minded, and you know, I know what their goals are, and they know what my goals are.
I'm gonna tell you why they like-minded. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because they both went to the U. See, Dan ain't slick. Yeah, he ain't slick. I done peeped this. Jaylen Phillips and Dan Morgan both went to the University of Miami. All right. They done, yeah. They done been inside a couple hallways together talking. That's why this right here didn't take too long. Yeah, shout out Dan. Dougie said, I know you got me. I know you got to get me back from last week. Yeah, Dougie, your food goes straight from your mouth to your pancreas and come out your hips. Yeah, that's what it do. Mouth, pancreas, hips. Oh man, just know the crimson. What do you say? Just know the crimson orange colors look good. Dougie, stop. Hey, Dougie, stop looking at me. Dougie, stop looking at me. Yeah, I'm gonna block Dougie from my Instagram. Yeah, I gotta block him. Yeah. I gotta block Dougie.
So, like, I do think that it was a really good fit for me, and like I said, I wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
See, I'm the first person to make that connection. Yeah, I peeped that long time ago. I peeped that long time ago. Yeah. Yeah, this ain't what up, my dude? Yeah, squad down. Squad down only like me when I'm talking like this. Yeah, because any other time he tell me I don't know what I'm talking about or I'm a flip-flopper. Shout out to squad down.
I'm very grateful to the Panthers organization and, everybody involved in bringing me out here.
With that fit in that match, there's obviously a lot of carryover from.
Hey, bump Sean Robinson. Sean Robinson said that his time in Carolina was so brief, he don't even. That brother said he ain't even cry long, leaving us going to it. I hope we got dang whoop Sean behind down there when we play Tampa Bay. Man, I can't wait for. It's so many revenge games, and see, it ain't us talking. It's players leaving us. Like the little old Panthers that made Rico mad, done made god dang Ashawn Robinson mad. He talking crazy. Both of them the ops right now. Yeah, bump Ashawn and bump god dang Rico Dowdle. Yeah, I said it, Rico. Bump you too. You got it circled. Yeah, I got a magnifying glass on that game. I'm going to see you there. Let's go.
Vic Fangio's defense to this one. DJ obviously having a background with him and adapting some of his philosophies. Why do you think you were so successful specifically in Vic's defense?
Hold on. Before you pay for yet another app to manage your team, let me introduce you to Connect Team, the one platform that replaces.
Dang, they worse than me.
I think that the way that Vic utilizes really the whole defense, but especially the edge players, the defensive front, I think it just allows me to play free. It's not easy, but it's simple. There's not a ton of different moving pieces when it comes to pre-play adjustments, things like that. It's pretty much a lot of whether he's running nickel, especially line up, rush. That's it. And so for me, that just allows me to clear my head and to, trust my reads, use my eyes and my instincts to play. And, when I am asked to drop in coverage, when I am asked to, do different things within the, 3-4 scheme, I can do those things as well. So, but at the core of it, I just think that it's very conducive to instinctive and quick and kind of mindless, you could say, play.
Joe Person, followed by Gabe McDonald.
Hey, Jaylen, thanks for doing this. I'm with The Athletic here in town. You referenced this a minute ago, but the turning that disruption into production. How do you do that? What's because obviously your pressure rates have been, among some of the highest in the league.
Yeah, I think that some of that is out of my control. You can make a crazy disruptive play and the quarterback rolls out to the other side, or somebody else makes a sack, or he gets the ball off, especially in the league nowadays.
Hey, Dougie. Not one person can't be making all the goddamn money now. Yeah. You goddamn right. Help us reach that goal of 150 and subscribe and chat love to the Cash App. Yeah, Cash App is Panthers Prime PPP. Venmo is Panthers Prime 1. You see it. Are you enjoying the conversation? Want to keep the content rolling? Yeah. The Cash App and Venmo does that. Yeah. Yeah. 2 Cash App and Venmo does that. Yeah. Yeah, we 150 away from our goal. Yeah, help us reach it. Help us reach it. Help us reach it. Let's go.
I think the quarterbacks are really good at being efficient and getting the ball off quickly. But, there are a lot of situations where, I do beat my guy and I'm at the top of the rush. And whether it's, that extra bend or it's being on point with my hands, whether it's finishing the rush, like there's just, football is truly a game of inches. And so I think that for me to just keep honing in on the technique and fundamentals and getting to that point, I've always had confidence and I've never had a problem with getting to that point. It's just a matter of finishing sometimes. And so, I think knowing, what I need to work on, getting with my coaches and really honing that in, that's going to make a big difference.
All right, let me say this about Jaylen Phillips. 1 week removed from signing him. All right. 1 week removed from signing him to the Carolina Panthers. I told y'all that I didn't like the pick only because of the production. All right. I didn't see the sack numbers. I saw the pressure numbers. I saw the tape. I just didn't see the sack totals where I felt like it should have been based on the conversation that Dan and Dave, had. But I'm going to be honest, and I try to be honest over here at Panthers Prime Podcast. The brother can play. I'm going to give that to him. The brother can play. He is disruptive. Yeah, he's disruptive. Now, my percentage of acceptance at the time was 45%. I'm at a smooth 49.2 right now. Okay. I'm at a smooth 49.2 because I still think that sacks, just for me, I'm not saying nobody else, for me, the sack total to me still is low. And I will want the pass rusher that I'm getting, or I'm paying all this money to at least have close to 9-10 sacks. So my initial reaction to it was I didn't like it. Now that I'm a week removed, I had some time. No, sir, Earl. No, sir. You can't round. See, that's why I did that. You can't round up to 50. 49.2. Yeah. 49.2 takes you back down to 49%. It don't roll up to 50. No, sir. So I know, people like Squad Down don't understand what's happening. I'm not backsliding. What I'm doing is I'm putting more context, and I'm actually evaluating a little bit more than what I did when, I'm evaluating a little bit more than what I did when I first came live. I'll say that. When we first got him, I didn't like it. I gave it a 45% acceptance by what that was, by Wednesday. And now I'm sitting at 49.2. Okay. We may have to wait and see training camp and, the goddamn well, he probably won't play preseason. We probably have to wait. But that's where I'm at with Jaylen Phillips. I'm at 49.2% happy with it. All right. That's where I'm at. Let's go.
And then there were, you obviously agreed to terms within the first hour of the legal tampering period, but there were reports that the night before that the Eagles were going to make a very aggressive push. Did that happen? And how close were the negotiations between those two teams and maybe even any other?
Yeah, I mean, I have respect for them. I don't want to disclose what they were offering or anything like that, but they definitely did want me to come back, and that's something I knew after the season that they were going to be making a push, and but ultimately, Panthers just they came with a more attractive offer, and clearly that just shows the belief they have in me, and the belief they have in their team. They're willing to invest in pieces to try to take this team to the next level. So. It came down to it, but ultimately it was kind of a no-brainer to come to the Panthers.
Hey, bro, can you make me sound like I just died, went to heaven in Japan?
Man, shut up. What is this? Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Jalen? Gabe McDonald from the local Fox affiliate here in town. Recently saw the mic'd up video after you guys played when you were in Miami, coming here in Carolina. You said you had a lot of homies on the team. Just those relationships, how are those going to help in the transition when you think about a lot of former teammates from your days with previous teams, especially a guy like Rob Hunt, just helping in the transition getting here?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to be able to go somewhere new. I kind of compare going to a new team as like going to a new school when you're young. And frankly, in that situation, like you really don't know anybody typically. So for me to come into a new team and already be familiar with some of the guys, I think that, it'll help a little bit of the transition. But ultimately, I'm just going to come in and be myself and I know that the guys are going to be great, and I'll be able to make relationships pretty quickly. And I'm just excited to really get in the building and get to know everybody.
Alex Zitlow, followed by Deshaun.
Hey, Jaylen, thanks again for taking the time to do this. I wanted to ask about being traded in the middle of the year last year. What was that experience like, having to be in one system one week and then another system the next?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty hectic. It all happened super fast, kind of like this free agency did. But, it was, like I just said before, it was kind of like going to a new school, a new team. Luckily, I obviously playing under Vic before, like there was a little bit of familiarity when it came to the scheme and everything like that. But, I just came in and, kudos to everybody in that organization. They really, embraced me when I came in and helped me with my transition. But also when it comes to me, like I've always been a guy who, I want to earn my teammates and my coaches' respect first and foremost. So, I don't come in with any sort of arrogance or, any sort of standoffishness, if that's a word. But
It is.
Just coming in, being humble and really, like I said, I have a lot of respect for what the guys on the organization do and what they've been able to establish there already. So for me, it's not about trying to come in and step on any toes or assert dominance or anything like that. It's just like coming in as a humble worker and learning the system, learning the guys, and putting my best foot forward. So that's really what I'm going to do. Coming into the Panthers organization, come in, gain the respect of my coaches, my teammates, the city, everything like that, and just give my best effort every day.
And a quick follow-up to that, you've been in the NFL for 5 years. You're well established, obviously, but I'm still curious, is there, like, I don't know, any misconception about your game that you want to prove wrong coming to Carolina or anything like that?
I mean, I guess really the only knock you can say about me is that I don't have a bunch of sacks, which, as we all know, is kind of, it's not that it's irrelevant. Obviously, production matters. But at the end of the day, like, as long as you're being disruptive, as long as you're making.
All right. There it is right there. The only knock that I could, and that's honestly true, man. That's the truth right there. The only knock that Jaylen Phillips have, and listen, that's exactly, man. See, I ain't got time for y'all, man. This is exactly what I said last week. I said the only knock that this brother has is he's not getting sacks. I didn't call the man trash. I didn't say he couldn't play. All I said was he didn't have the sack totals. PPP, 75 pressures. I see that. PPP, I see that. But this just came out the horse's own. I'm going to clip this. And every single time, y'all got something to say to me about how I initially felt about Jaelon Phillips, I'm going to pull up his own words. I'm going to pull up his own words so I can shut y'all mouths. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, squad down. Yeah, I'm talking to you, man. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Man, let's go, man.
Making an impact, making plays. This game is about a lot more than sacks. So, I do want to get those sack numbers up. I've always known that I can be a 10 plus, 13 plus sack guy. And
very much so, sir. I told y'all when y'all first met me. Let me say it right into the microphone. PPP can't get got. I'm ungettable. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
To be able to come and really, for my own personal goals and what I want to accomplish in this league too. Like I want to, establish myself as, one of the top elite guys. And I think parts of my game are elite. But I think that just making everything, bringing it all into one, I think that's kind of a misconception you can say. But, everybody who knows, if you watch me play, if you see the stats or you see the in-game production or disruption, you know that I try to do a good job, man, and I do make an impact on the field. So I'm just going to continue to keep trying to do that and elevate my game in every way.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
Jaylen, good morning. I was curious, it sounds like you have a lot of life milestones happening all at once. In addition to the new contract, a fiance, a father to be, what has that part of the process been like, you starting all these new chapters at once?
Oh man, it's this month of March was I was looking forward to it for a while, just knowing that everything was coming. I didn't know where I was going to be, but I knew I was going to be signing somewhere. Obviously, our due date's been at the end of March this whole time. My sister got married this past weekend, so it's been a truly special time. And leading up to it, it was one of those things where I kind of felt myself super antsy and impatient and just wanted everything to come. But then it just came all in once. And so at this point, I'm really just trying to soak everything in and be present, especially with the little one coming. You can't get that time back. So for me, just taking it day by day, appreciating every day, appreciating the monotonous times, appreciating the hard times, the good times. And then when I do come, because obviously I'm looking forward to starting OTAs and moving to Charlotte and doing all that. But it's going to come when it comes, and I can't make time go any faster. So for the time being, I'm just going to, like I said, be present and be grateful for every day.
God dang, man. Yeah, look at this dumb stuff here. Shout out Tepper playing games.
Awesome. Congratulations. And on the wedding for your sister.
Thank you. Yeah, it was awesome.
We're going to end with David Newton, followed by Mike K.
Yeah, appreciate another question here. You just had a sack on Bryce Young this past season. Have you followed his career very much, and just kind of how have you seen him evolve as a quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, him being a SoCal guy, I've been in tune with what he has going on over the last couple of years, and all I can say about him is I have a lot of respect for the way he's dealt with adversity. Obviously, I know his career so far hasn't been this perfect linear straight path or whatever, but ultimately it never really is. And I think it's more of a testament to him, and it's more impressive to him that he's been able to go through starting, getting benched, coming back, and for him to always be a team guy, to continue to believe in himself, to continue to work hard, and to come in last year and really kind of boost the organization and take them to the playoff appearance and really almost a playoff win. So I know that I don't know him ultra well personally, but I'm excited to get to know him, and I'm excited to see how he continues to grow as a leader on this team.
Sorry about the dog barking there, but I want to ask you too. You've been on some good defenses, so how close is this defense to what you've seen from just looking at it quickly? What you've added with you and Lloyd, how close is defense to being up in that elite level you think you want it to be?
Yeah, I think that's up to us. I think that we have the pieces and we have the talent, and we're going to go as far as we're able to take this thing. So, we can't just sit here and say, oh yeah, we have all this talent, we're automatically going to be incredible. Like, it takes hard work. It takes all this time that we're going to be spending the off season, building this and cultivating what we have. I think the potential is out of the roof, but I think ultimately it comes down to, who we want to be and how we attack it on a daily basis.
Thanks again.
Hey, Jaylen, talking to folks that worked with you in Philly, they said when you got there, it was like you had been there forever. You were really quick to adapt, really quick to make friends. Dave Canales and Dan Morgan are huge on culture. I'm just curious, what's your approach to entering a new locker room, and then also off the field, getting involved in the community with your foundation?
Yeah, I mean, I think my approach is just humility and hard work. I think that's everything it comes down to. Like, ultimately, like I said, I'm not trying to come in and step on any toes, but knowing that the investment they put into me, the expectations they have for me to to be a leader on this team, to be a driving force in the direction this team is trying to go in. I'm going to come in, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to be myself. And so ultimately, I believe that, they'll appreciate that, and they'll, I'm going to get along with who I get along with. And, I'm an easygoing guy. So, for me, I'm just excited to come in and start building those relationships. And then when it comes to the community, I'm extremely excited. I've heard amazing things about, Carolina, about Charlotte. And so for me, with my, foundation, in the music space, and coming in and, giving kids and underserved communities, the opportunity to learn about music, music production, music business, all these different facets of music. It's really exciting. I know my mom's excited for it. She basically runs my foundation. And we've been kind of waiting for me to be settled so that we can really go full force ahead with this. And, So I think that it's going to be really cool to be able to get in the community and just, do as much as I can to make an impact and a change.
All right. Shout out to Jaylen Phillips. I'm 49.2% on board with the move. Now let me answer Lane Jackson question. PPP, the only person don't like the move. He said, why don't you like the move, PPP? Then he said, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Well, I mean, Jaylen Phillips just answered it for you. He literally mirrored everything that I said. The reporter asked him a question. He said, the only thing that you could knock me on is my sack total. And that's all I've said. Yeah, that's all I've said. It hasn't changed. It's going to stay the same until week 1. Week 1, I'm going to be looking at Jaylen Phillips like a hawk in the sky, looking at his food. I'm going to be 40,000 feet in the air looking down at Jaylen Phillips. Yeah. 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 That's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be watching to see. I'm not going to lie. I would like to see my man have 9-10 sacks this season. I feel like he may have more, given the fact that this defense is going to be ferocious. He might have more. 9-10 sacks. Yeah. Yeah. I'm cool with that. But I'm going to tell you right goddamn now, I'm going to be looking. Yeah. Way up. I'm going to be so high that you can't see me. Yeah. I'm going to be so high in the air, y'all ain't going to be able to know, but I'm going to be looking. Just know that. I'm going to be looking. Coach PPP be everywhere. I'm going to have a magnifying glass. Yeah. 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 Anyway, that's it for Jaylen Phillips. Great introductory press conference. You feel me? Great introductory press conference. Enjoyed every bit of it. Now, let's get into this segment right here. The John Metchie and the John Metchie and Xavier Legette. He said, "What kind of poll is this?" Yeah, it's a PPP poll. Yeah, yeah. Decide if you want to, decide if you want to, select something or not. It's up to you. It's up to you, 336. I'm gonna have to make a phone call to 336 this week here. Yeah, this week me and 336 got to talk on the phone. Coach PPP will be talking to 336 this week. All right, just know that we're gonna have a phone call. Now, let's get into this real quick. So I did a little bit of thinking, and I'll say this. I'm gonna start off this thing, and I'm gonna start off in this angle. Xavier Legette is a player that has potential. All right. And I'm trying to be as honest and as true without having a bias in any way. Shit, there go Will. When I say this, Will, I'm trying to be as fair as possible to all parties. All right? I really am. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. Okay? Xavier Legette is a player that I do feel, and you can quote me going forward, he's a player that I feel has potential. He does. He has some work to do. All right? Like any player that comes into the NFL, they have some work that needs to be done. And I've seen some good plays from Xavier Legette. I've seen some questionable plays from Xavier Legette. And then I've seen some dumb plays from Xavier Legette. All are within the time frame of his matriculation in becoming a NFL wide receiver. All right. I understand that he only had 1 year of real true production. I understand that. People say that we're not utilizing him in his strength. His strength is the deep ball, right? People say that Bryce Young can't get him the deep ball. That was the conversation. We know that to be a fallacy. We know that to not be truth. We know that to be a lie. And we've seen Xavier Legette be targeted deep down the field. We've seen him pull in a couple of them. We've seen him get one taken out of his hand. We've seen him drop one. We've seen him go for one for a touchdown. All I'm surmising right now is this. Don't try to find a trap door if he develops. You are clear. You want him gone. No door number 2 for you. Will, I'm not done. Leave me alone, William. I feel that Xavier Legette will flourish. All right. Now, let me go to John Metchie. John Metchie is a guy who doesn't have a lot of production in the NFL as well. All right. See, you all thought that I was going to sit up here and say, oh, John Metchie's the best thing since sliced bread. No, sir. 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 John Metchie has not had good production in the NFL. All right. He's had a lot of lackluster years. And when you kind of place the two by each other production-wise, you have to give the nod to Xavier Legette. You just have to. Why? Because numbers tell a story. And if someone has 455 yards receiving and someone has 322, well, somebody who had the 4 whatever was more productive than the other person. I mean, that's just basic understanding and basic logic. But then there's this wonderful thing called context. And just walk with me because I'm taking y'all down this beautiful valley with rose petals and dandelions. When you look at the context between why each player has, I guess you would call it a diminished production column, a very small in production, you know, you can see why. If you look at the context, you can see why both of them did what they did. You had one player that was drafted in the first round. The team moved up to get him. And rookie year has some flashes, has some down stuff. Year 2 had some flashes, had some down stuff. The down outweighed the good, outweighed the flash. One player was drafted and didn't play his full first year due to illness. And not I would say not in and of his own fault, but it was an illness. It wasn't anything to do with production, why he wasn't able to accumulate, he said Darth Vader moves faster than PvP talks. I'm trying to get us there, Black. Yeah, hey, Black, I'm an old preacher, man. Yeah. See, Black, I can tell Black go to one of them churches where they drink tea and sip on coffee in the service, and they out of there in 45 minutes. No, sir. I go to one of them old school Pentecostal churches where we just now taking up offering. I ain't even I ain't even preach yet. Turn your Bibles. But I'm gonna get you there. Trust me. And once I get you there, please turn the organ on and we're gonna shout. But one player, context, got sick, had an illness. All right. The production that he did or did not get, he said, "Nah, I'm AME." Oh, if you AME, then you know what time it is. If you AME, you be in church all day with AME. I ain't never met an AME church that get out in less than 2 hours. I ain't never been to one. I ain't never been to an AME church that got out less than 2 hours. So you familiar with this? this that old slow cook preaching. Yeah, slow cook. Let it get down in your bones. Slow cook preaching. All right. So, one player didn't play due to illness. All right. And then this player that got ill due to illness, when he came back, he didn't have a position anymore. They drafted a Tank Dale, if I'm not mistaken. Nico Collins, this, that, the other, however they did it. Long story short, this guy wasn't the 1, the 2, the 3. I think this guy was even after Dalton Schultz. So, I mean, you have a guy who was drafted pretty decently, and he only dropped down the depth chart, not because of production, not because he couldn't play, but because of illness. Then on the other hand, you have a guy who was drafted in the first round, came in as a rookie. And we understand the situation. Adam Thielen goes down, right? Xavier Legette is kind of in between. Well, you got Deontay Johnson, you got me, you got Adam Thielen, you got Coker, you got David Moore. 2 of those guys departed. One because of injury, which was your boy Adam Thielen that year. And then the other guy just got up out of here, which was Deontay Johnson. All right. Prime position for him to go ahead and claim this number 1 position or title or, whatever. He didn't seize the opportunity. It's not because the opportunities did not come. He didn't seize it. We jumped to year 2 and week 1 against the Jaguars, let a guy run, let a DB run right through him and intercepted the ball. It's just like, it's just opportunity after opportunity that was given. I would say if I gave it a percentage, Xavier Legette probably capitalized on 20% of his opportunities. Now, some may say, well, PvP, he wasn't given many. Oh, well, if that's the case, you take advantage of what you get. And when you are given those opportunities and when you are trusted by your quarterback, you have to capitalize. We understand that there's rookie woes. We understand that there's issues rookie-wise that may occur, that may happen. But then there's a level of, okay, we just don't see it. And I know it's only been 2 years. I know that. But I think that this move speaks to a little bit more than just I think this move speaks to a little bit more than just bringing in competition. I think this speaks to the ability to perform, the ability to make do in crucial situations, the ability to not be a liability, but to be an asset. Now, PPP, are you saying that Xavier Legette is a liability? I don't know, maybe. Are you saying that John Metchie is an asset? Could be. I know somebody's hands are a lot more reliable than the other person's. And I'll tell you this one thing. I think that this year will be a defining year for Xavier Legette, whether or not he'll be on the Carolina Panthers going forward or not. I don't hate the guy. I can't. I don't know him. But what I can always do is be fair in my assessment. And what I've seen from my own eyes and what has transpired from the organization taking the leap. And some may say, well, PPP was only from 33 to 32. Yeah, that to me showed enough. That to me showed that they wanted to go get this guy, that they saw something in this guy that they had to have. And as of right now, the guy who was undrafted, who had to wait for Adam Thielen, David Moore, Deontay Johnson, and Xavier Legette himself to not perform, to take the number 2 position, it shows me a lot about that guy who we got in the first round. Links in the chat. If you haven't done so, please double tap the screen. Consider becoming a member of Panthers Prime Podcast. It's only $3.99 a month. And help us reach that goal today of $150 per live in subscriber and chat love to the Cash App. The Cash App is Panthers Prime PBP. Venmo is Panthers Prime 1. This goes to the upkeep and, keeping of the channel because it costs to do this, guys. And all we ask for is your donations to help us keep running this channel. Of course, there's things that we pay for. I mean, I have music licensing that I have on the podcast, and StreamYard cost, and I got these apps to make these wonderful, beautiful thumbnails, and contributions are needed to help keep the podcast rolling. So if you feel compelled to do so, Cash App is Panthers Prime PPP, Venmo is Panthers Prime 1. KPP, what's going on, yo?
What's up, PPP, my nigga? What's up?
Chilling, man. Who is this? Have I spoken to you before?
You've spoken to me before. Look underneath it, PPP.
Oh man, what's up? What's up, Freddie?
Pay attention. You got to read the thing first.
I ain't reading nothing. What you want, Freddie? I'm about to kick you off the stage, Freddie. What you want?
Crazy work. I just want to talk to you about the. Oh wow, crazy. I thought I was your nigga though. Crazy.
Talk to me, Freddie. Talk to me.
Well, I'm glad that your percentage of Jaylen Phillips has gone up, and I'm also.
It went up a little bit. It was a 45. It's at a 49.2.
And it's 49.2. But I think you're a little more. Listen, I'll say this, and I agree with you on the potential of Excel. I still say that when it comes to ceiling, I think Excel has a higher ceiling than John Metchie, but I think John Metchie, when you look at the whole body of work, is more Bryce friendly.
Okay. All right. And welcome 336 and my brother William to the stage. Now y'all know Will, he got he got dial up. He got dial up and he got an Obama phone.
But he got a Nokia.
Yeah.
But he got a Nokia.
Hey, now ease up.
I said that brother got that boo 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 boo.
Man, that man got that default ringtone.
Oh man, 336. What's up, man?
What's going on, PPP?
336. Did you see that wind come through here today?
Oh yeah. I seen it. Yeah, it got kind of crazy. The tornado wasn't too far from where I'm at.
What's up, Commander 336?
Yeah, about 20, 30 miles away.
Oh wow. Yeah, they said we had a tornado in Mint Hill, which is on the east side of the city, man, on the Beltway, on the 485.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then the secondary the cold front came through and it got windy. I said, God dang. It was snowing in Atlanta. I said, man, this is crazy.
Snowing in Atlanta is wild.
Yeah.
What's up, 336?
What's going on, man?
Talk to me, 336. I must have said something.
Trying to figure out PPP's angle here with this John Metchie thing.
I was trying to figure out his angle too.
Yeah, it kind of threw y'all for a loop, didn't it?
It definitely threw me for a loop because I'm trying to figure out whether I should be analytical with you or I should debate you.
Well, that's up to you, sir. You got to figure that out.
Because the shit you say because the shit you were saying was like, what are you trying to say here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey.
What
the Bible say? What the Bible say, Freddie? It's a mystery. Yeah.
Oh my God, PPP, you gotta stop it, bro. You know goddamn well you gotta stop that shit.
It's a mystery, man. But go ahead. I mean, we can go anywhere you want to go. If you want to debate what I said, if you want to, talk stats, it is what it is. Let's go.
So the thing that I would say when it comes to John Metchie is more, you got to look at the two different receivers. If we're going just physical attributes and things like that, XL beats them out by a mile. If we're talking speed, size, and things like that. If we're talking awareness on the field, then that's where I give the edge to John Metchie. If we're talking, but I still would say that if you're talking potential-wise, XL is a better receiver. And I really don't think it's relatively close.
Okay. And that's based on prior assessment, sir?
That's based on looking at both of these receivers in the whole body of work.
No, sir. I'm talking about Xavier Legette personally. What you just said, is that based on prior assessment?
It is based on prior assessment of Legette.
Okay. And that prior assessment has you believing that Xavier Legette has a higher ceiling than John Metchie.
Yeah, he definitely has a higher ceiling than John
Okay,
Metchie.
and that higher ceiling that you say he has is what again? What did you say he offers us? Or he offers, period?
So if you look at physical attributes, XL beats John Metchie in size, speed, and basically all the physical nature.
Okay, let me ask you a question real quick. Does size, speed, and physicality turn into more yards, more touchdowns, more catches?
But is that not what XL has over John Metchie?
Hold on, let me ask you. Answer my question. Don't answer my question with a question. Does size, speed, all that you said that is able to get has, does that turn into positive production?
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. So if you're going off of past, findings, does that match up with what you've seen from Xavier Legette, sir? That's all my questions. 336, what's up, man?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, PvP. He was drafted to be number 3. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
And I think we're right back where we started. And that's just how I feel about it.
You know what? That's actually the best. You know what? 336. Wow, 336. That actually was pretty good.
That was easy. Yeah. That was very easy.
Yeah, it's just the truth, bro.
Man.
Hey, yo, 336 was right with that one.
Right. So let's look at this logically.
Let's do it.
A couple of things. People saying that number one draft pick thing. That number one draft pick thing is doing a lot of lifting. You went from 33 to 32.
Yeah, that's big, Will.
No. It is. They did it because they knew that they wanted to be able to have 5 years of a development. He was drafted to be a number 3, and they was hoping over a series of years he would eventually be Coker-esque, right? It's what they were, and I'm just saying, I'm just projecting. I don't know this for sure. with that being said, they moved up to get him. They moved from 33 to 32. And all they did was pick swap to get that. So I don't and then I'm glad that 336 said he was the number 3 wide receiver when he signed. You had Deontay Johnson, that head case.
Adam Thielen.
And you had Adam Thielen and him.
Okay.
So yes, and so I went back and I looked at the wild card game, and I only got through the first half because I was at the stadium, so I didn't really get to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, you got to go back and really look at it. Yeah,
really look at it. So let's look at it. And I only got through the first half, and I keyed in on. I wanted to see what each player was doing. So he got 3 passes in the first half. One was a clear pass interference on him. They didn't call it. 2,
a pass interference on Xavier Legette.
Yeah, that cornerback, there was a clear pass interference on Xavier Legette.
Okay.
Then it was a 3rd down play. He caught the ball. It was like a 3rd and 9. He caught the ball. His initial contact was 8 yards in. So he pushed 7 yards. He got like 8 of the 9 yards, didn't get all 10 yards, all 9 yards, but he fought for 8 yards. That's what you want to see out of your number 3, especially if you could do that. And then they threw the ball to him in the end zone, pass interference on him again. They put the ball on the 1-yard line. Chuba punched it in. So, I mean, I get that he's not developing to the way that I would have hoped he would have, and I'm talking about me. What I would have hoped he would have, but I'm just looking at the first half of that game. I haven't looked at the second half. He might have did a lot of terrible things in the second half. I haven't seen it yet. But I wanted to make sure that I had, before I had this conversation with you guys, I wanted to be able to be clear-minded on this. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it is as dire as some people are saying. He needs to have, they are putting competition on his heels, and they should, right? We still need him to be the receiver that we need him to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
absolutely.
He definitely needs competition. Okay. He deserves competition.
He needs competition, but me personally, given his height, weight, size, speed, potential upside, you don't cut or trade that. Not for the amount of money we paying him.
Yeah, we are paying him 1st-round pick money.
You're paying him. So let me make sure I clarify this. A number 3 receiver in most offenses are getting between $8 to $10 million a season. We are paying that man like $1 million. He's being paid. When y'all say 1st-round money, you have to equate it to his position and what it is in the market. If you were paying a kicker 1st-round money, then that would be a big waste of money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's true, Will.
Okay, but so the value and the upside that we potentially get from Xavier Legette, and I'm just going to be truth in lending with this. I'm going to be truthful with this. I gave y'all all the assessments. Xavier Legette, I will never slander him for 2 reasons. Number 1, his people and his people went to combat with me. So I'm always going to side with Xavier Legette. So I just want to let y'all know where I stand. I am biased in this. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I wanted to make sure that I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No. You go ahead, Will.
No, I just wanted to say, but I wanted to lay out fact-based analysis of why it is the case. But I also want to let y'all know Xavier Legette, Peoples, and me are extremely good. So I'm always going to cape for Xavier Legette regardless.
Gotcha.
So I just want to put that out there. I just want to be fair.
Gotcha. Let the record show that, I'm not fortunate enough to have, rub shoulders like Will has with Xavier Legette people or anybody. in the NFL.
Just
And
we
my
served in
position
combat
is
together. Xavier Legette probably was like 4 years old when me and him serving combat together. So I never knew it. I don't know Xavier Legette from a can of paint. I'm talking about his people.
Yeah. No.
I
Exactly. His people. I don't have the luxury of having that same type of testimony like Will. But I will say this: like everything that I do say about players, I try to make sure that it doesn't come from a position of unless you're Nick Scott or CJ Henderson, then I just can't stand you. But I don't hate Xavier Legette. I actually met, I believe it's his cousin, Dee Legette. I believe that's her name. And she owns a podcast, runs a podcast channel. I actually went to one of her functions. Very, very nice lady. And I was one of the first ones in there. I told her that I was a podcaster for the Carolina Panthers. She said, "Oh, you know my I believe it was my cousin." I said, "Who's your cousin?" She said, "Xavier Legette." I said, "Oh, I didn't put two and two together. Her last name was Legette or whatever." But true story. So my position is, I try not to be. I'm not trying to. Of course, I'm not bullying nobody because I can't be a minister of the gospel and bully people. But I try to be totally, totally honest about what I see. All right. As a matter of fact, Xavier Legette, and I looked this up, Will, he has a 4-year deal worth $12.36 million, fully guaranteed rookie contract with the Carolina Panthers. It was a $5.8 million signing bonus. For 2024, he made $2.25 million. 2025, he made $2.81 million. 2026, he'll make $3.337. And 2027, he'll make $3.98 million. So that's what Xavier Legette is getting. Now, 336, I never heard it in that way.
Yeah.
That actually was very, very helpful. Xavier Legette was drafted to be a number 3.
Yeah.
That I have to be honest, that kind of puts a little bit more into perspective that they knew he wasn't going to be, I guess, that dynamic of a player or whatever, or generate that. He was going to have to develop. I get that now. Listen, sometimes it takes someone to, open your eyes to something. So let me start looking at this thing not from a first round standpoint, but from where they knew he was going to be at on the depth chart, which is a number 3. That right there is going to change a little bit up for me. I'm not going to lie. Now, is John Metchie a number 3? Is the question. Can John Metchie give you what Xavier Legette gave, maybe even a little bit more? Go ahead, fellas. And what's up, Poppin'? And what's up, Trey? Good to see y'all, man. Go ahead.
What up? Appreciate you letting me up, brother.
Yes, sir.
I want to chime in as well.
Yes, sir.
I'll answer that question real quick, but I'm gonna ask you to do something for me, PvP, and also for everybody that's watching, because I've been saying I like the fact what 336 said, because that's the truth. Not only that, it was already put out there, but people just haven't paid attention to it or keyed into it. But Metchie, he's not a 3, and he barely is making a 4. I mean, he just not. He's 5'11". He ain't very fast. He's usually like the last resort dump off 2 type of wide receiver. He's not breaking any tackles. He's not outrunning anybody. He has sure hands. That's about it. That's about it. I'm not even trying to be mean. That's just the honest truth. Go look at his tape. I've already looked at his tape. And I understand that he had to prevail through some things that we understand that. So I would never pick fun about that. But as far as him being an addition to the team, this is just what he is. I don't know if he has more in the tank or if he can get any better, but he's already been in the league 4 years, going on year 5 or something like that. Sometimes they kind of question if you won't get it around 3 or 4. You kind of wonder. But if you could, though, please, if you could go back to the Carolina Panthers YouTube channel and you can look it up and play it for everybody to hear. The day they drafted Xavier Legette, Dan Morgan, and Canales sit there and tell you exactly their plan and who is able to get is. You won't even have to question. You won't even have to question anything. Even though he was picked in the first round, I understand that's where everybody holds above his head. But if you listen to what they say, they tell you everything. So if you could, please, sir, find it. It ain't that long that they're talking about him. It's really quick. And you hear
How
what they
about
saying.
this? How about this? Because I don't want to go. I don't want to do all that. I'm gonna take your word for it because I'm trying to be very, very amicable, and that's one of my words. You know, I do a word a day, or at least 2 words a day that I want to learn.
Amicable.
And I've actually, I may have said it wrong, but I already knew what that word was. That was just one of the
Can I
words
paraphrase it for you?
So I believe everything that you're saying. I'm not gonna lie. 336 opened my eyes to that.
But that's why they did what they did. That's why they went and got Deontay and Adam Thielen so he can learn from some OGs to help him develop. In that presser, when they talked about him, they said that he was a long way. It's gonna take him a long time to develop. But as he developed, hopefully he'll turn into something because he has a lot of good traits. We're so excited about him. But he has a long road to go because he has to develop. He only had that 1 year of college of like sure performance. So I mean, that right there tells you everything that you're saying. It actually puts the cherry on top with 336 here. And that's the things I've been trying to preach to everybody too. Like, hey, the memo was already out there. They already told y'all that he is going to take him time to develop. That's why they went and got him when they got him because they wanted to see, okay, if he starts turning, up a little bit, okay, we're going to pick up the 50 option because even if he's not a number 1, we got at least a solid 3. He could be a 2. But us Panther fans or some Panther fans, we'll push you and press that on you, just because you got picked in the first round. I agree with Will. They just moved up one spot to get him. It really don't. To me, it's a second round pick. But
well,
anyway, he's a first round pick.
Hold on. You can say that, and PPP is Hunter Renfrow 2. No. John Metchie is not Hunter Renfrow 2.0. All right.
He can't run. He cannot run. He has never ran routes like Hunter Renfrow. So you got to put some respect on Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow was a dog when he was healthy. A dog.
Big facts.
So
Riz, we about to block you. We about to block you, Riz. Yeah, you just came back.
Just because he's a Carolina Panther now. Don't put him up there on some high. He's not close to any of our wide receivers. To me, personally, he's right there with Jimmy Horn.
Well, hold on right quick. Let me say this real quick, Poppin. Now, I heard Will say that it was from 33 to 32. Listen, I don't take stuff like that lightly. I don't take it lightly because
that's how we'll take when we take about Bryce. Let's move it up 9 spots. We don't take that lightly either.
Well, hold on, sir. That didn't happen the day before or the day of the draft. That happened. That happened at least a month prior.
No.
So
that happened a month prior to the draft. Excuse me, I know that because I was at my cousin's wedding and she got married last week. They had an anniversary last week.
Well, when
it happened over a month before the draft. This right here happened with Xavier Legette moving up, or for us moving up to get Legette day 1 in the draft. You had all day long.
So they moved up more spots. They moved up more spots to get goddamn Jonathan Brooks than they did to move up to get Xavier Legette.
But hold on. And listen.
So I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I quantify things.
Well,
they moved up one draft. They moved up what? They moved up one draft spot. That's why I keep saying that everybody
moved up and then they moved back. Will, did they not do that?
And Will, we didn't lose anything. Will, we didn't lose anything. Will, from moving back, we didn't lose nothing. We didn't lose no players. We didn't lose no collateral. We didn't lose anything.
What I am saying is that everybody using.
Hold on. Let me finish. Will, let me say this. I understand that y'all saying it's only one spot. But that one spot would have given us all day 2, to analyze what all was out there player-wise.
Can I say something about that?
You still had
Can I say
Keon
something about
Coleman.
that? Do you
I know
understand?
Keon Coleman has not panned out well, but you still had players that you could have made that would have been way more productive than what we saw so far with a guy who you knew, and I'm going off of 3-3-6 logic, a guy who you knew was going to be a number 3 at best. Go ahead, Will.
Do you know how that draft room worked? They don't need no 24 hours to decide what they wanted to do at 33 or 32. That decision was already made before they picked that number 1.
I'm trying to tell them. They had already been talking to him.
That draft board was set. So you sitting up there saying, "Oh, they would have had 24 hours to think." None of that mattered, PPP. And I hate to be like a bubble buster, and I'm trying to be methodical about this.
Well, you got to be.
It wasn't going to change their equation.
So what would have happened if
already
Xavier got drafted by somebody else, then, sir?
You're not just hear me out.
Well, no. I heard you. I heard you.
Okay.
So what would have happened? What would have happened if Xavier Legette got drafted? Do you think that they just would not have
30? If he'd have got drafted at 30, they would have already known who they was taking at 33.
Facts.
Will, they would have already known.
Will,
they would have already known.
And who do you think that player would have been, Will?
You know how I noted how Will is telling the truth? Who was the 3 teams that were the most aggressive and free agents talking to other teams?
It was the Bills.
It
was in my mind, I want to say the Vikings, but I think maybe the Giants.
And it was one more, the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers.
Oh, you mean 3 including us? Okay, gotcha.
Right. The Carolina Panthers were the most aggressive staff organization talking to other people in free agency. At the combine, at the combine, everywhere. It's only been a several amount of teams that have been out there, and they're not talking about players at the combine. Just that's one thing they're talking about, but they're also talking to other teams about, hey, what do you want to do with so and so? They are already made their mind up, like Will is saying, because this has already been reported. You can look it up, PvP. They were so aggressive. They were aggressive last year, and it was aggressive the time before that. It didn't matter that they made that decision. We knew about it during the draft. They had already talked to Buffalo. They had already talked to those other teams beforehand. They knew what each other was trying to get. That's how you build those relationships. They were already doing it. It's just we find out later.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let me say this piece. Why do you think Buffalo would give us the draft pick if they thought that we would take their guy? We already told them we're taking Xavier Legette. As a matter of fact, Xavier Legette told you they was taking Xavier Legette.
He's been telling that for months.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is the extra 24 hours story that people, not just you, PPP, others like to bestow on this conversation is mute. The college scouting staff had already done their homework. They had already turned in their grade books and everything into the coaching staff and to the general manager and everyone. The general manager had already kind of made those decisions. Like right now, I could tell you right now, at 19, there's probably 4 people that they're willing to take and probably a couple they're willing to trade back to get certain scenarios. But when that board fall the way they fall at 19, that decision is made. There is no discussion.
So, Will, let me ask you this question. And it seems like this is going to have to be a wait and see type situation. What would be the thought process if Xavier Legette is no longer on the Panthers before his 5th-year option is declared?
Are you saying for the fan base or for the team?
For the team.
Well, that means that they traded him for a better asset. That's the only way they would move off of him is to trade him for a better asset or for a betterment of the team, whether it be a wide receiver or some other position.
Okay, and what would that say about Dan Morgan's decision to move up and to draft him and to take the advice of the
I'm glad you said that. Yes. I'm glad you say that. So and I'm gonna use an analogy. So forgive me for this, right?
Go, take your time.
The education of a child is 3 parts. 1 part, the pupil, 1 part, the education system you put them in, and the other part, the parent. For Xavier Legette, it's Xavier Legette, the coaching staff, and the executive staff that's going to pick him. That doesn't always mean that it's going to work out perfectly. But at the time, they figured that's the best position they would have been in. What if Keon Coleman, the same thing happened with Keon Coleman, right? So you have to just think that doesn't mean that Dan Morgan failed. That means that this opportunity that we did not come to fruition. It doesn't. You're not going to be perfect on everything.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to hit all the time. I mean, and in looking at Dan Morgan's track record at drafting, he has to do better. I mean, last year was kind of decent. But I mean, he has to do better. And I'm hoping he hits this one out of the park. I'm really having high expectations that, you know, he turns it around as far as his logic, you know, stop drafting hurt players, stop moving up, being desperate just because another team wants that player. I mean, they have everything you need to know about these players. You do these interviews. So I mean, right now I think Dan Morgan is still is in good graces, but he could mess it up easily. It ain't gonna just be one player that gets Dan Morgan out of here, especially if Xavier Legette doesn't work. Even if the running back don't work, it doesn't mean that Dan Morgan's out of here. But he does have to do better in his drafting. That's one thing that we could say about a lot of our GMs in the Carolina Panther history. They need to do better with drafting. They do.
All of
Scouting team and all.
So I think the draft class.
I think Dan Morgan the best one.
Draft class that we just drafted.
That ain't saying a
all
lot.
of them. So right now, this upcoming draft, the draft class that we just drafted, could possibly be one of the better draft classes in Panther history from top to bottom.
It could be. This draft is so important.
No, I'm talking about the one that we just took.
The one we just had.
Oh man, Will.
The one we just had.
No.
That's bad news.
Could possibly be.
No.
Could possibly. Okay. Name one better right now.
No, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that just shows how bad we've drafted in the past.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's why this draft is more important than last year's draft.
It really is.
Every draft is more important than the last draft. Every single team. So I get it, but like, you know, we normally that second, third, fourth round area. We never systematically done well in those spaces.
But let me ask you this, Will. Is it a conflict of interest if you draft people that your coach don't put in?
No, I don't think it's a conflict of interest.
You sure?
It's just stupid.
No, I don't think. I think. No. What I think it is.
I see what you're saying,
is if I draft a player, I work with the coaching staff and I draft a player, and the coaching staff don't think the player should be on the field right now. Do I trust that I make you put him on the field, or do I trust the coaching staff that's coaching the player?
But see, that's the thing.
I'm gonna trust the coaching staff because so the coaching staff gets a vote on who I draft.
That's true, but Will, think about it. All right, let me paint it another way. I'm gonna use what you just said because what you said is very correct. I'm going to the coaches and asking them what you need, right? So then what I do as a GM, I have a whole scouting team, guys that go around all several states, different areas and regions, right? We come up with the best plan of what picks we have to find the players that is at least as close as possible for you to be successful as our coach, right? And if I get that, but never see him on the field, you sure that's not a conflict of interest?
Conflict of interest means that you and I have something in cahoots together and we are scheming against someone. I think what you're using the conflict of interest in, you're talking about, is there a conflict between me and the coaching staff? Potentially, but not a conflict of interest.
Okay, maybe I should put it another way.
There may be some friction. There may be some friction between the general manager and the coaching staff. But you know who wins between the general manager and the coaching staff?
The general manager.
Exactly. So if Dan Morgan wanted him on the field, he'd be on the fucking field.
But then they'll be stepping on your toes. They'll be stepping on the coach's toes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the GM. So, but that's what I'm saying. There has to be someone in charge. So if the GM is allowing the coach to do it, he's trusting the coach.
Okay. I guess
that's leadership 101. That's leadership 101.
That's I get you're right, but I have some issues with if we draft players that, especially that the coaches, which I'm sure they're asking for, or a type of player, this, that, and other, and I don't get to see them on the field until 9 months into the freaking year, I have a kind of a problem with that, especially if it's a need. How they can develop?
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Because, like, for example, would we really have seen Scorton if Pat Jones didn't get a back injury?
That too, and the fact that Panther Nation was getting on Canales' ass, was like, "Hey, why are we not seeing the rookies?" Then all of a sudden, you start seeing Princely. Then you start seeing our safety Ransom. All of a sudden, so you knew it had translated, but why did we have to say something for it to actually hit? The rock to hit the person in the head? Like, oh, duh, we had our draft.
Tri-State. What up, Tri?
We want to see these people.
What up?
We want to see these guys.
What's going on?
Develop sitting on the bench.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
What up, man? Please, Gary. No, don't do that. Don't do that. They was rapping. Yeah, they was rapping. I was trying to come in quiet.
And so the only thing I was going to say, the only last thing I say is, they always say, you have a team of rivals and all of that stuff. I'm gonna tell you, 9 times out of 10, that shit don't work. I don't give a damn what nobody's saying. That shit don't work. A team of rivals, a team of yes men is just as bad as a team of rivals. So you all got to be on the same page. So hopefully, even in the background, they can agree to disagree. But then when they leave out the room, they all moving on the decision that has been made in the room behind closed doors, whatever that happens to be. That's the best case scenario for any organization that require executive level leadership. That's how it works.
That was up, man. Look, I'm gonna jump out of here too. I know how PPP feels about Excel. I know how I feel about Excel. Some agree, some disagree. I feel like the man just got to still develop, man, and it's only his second year. So at the end of the day, I mean, hey, if y'all out on him, be out on him. I haven't given up on Excel.
I ain't giving up on Mullins either.
I can't yet. It's not fair. That'd be hypocritical.
The tape that I've seen, there's so much there that he could do if they just use him correctly.
But my thing is this, Pop.
Have a good night.
My thing is this, though, Pop. Before you leave, my thing is this: for all the Bryce, I guess he left. But anyways, I'll say it. For all the people who defended Bryce and saying he needed time to, that would be kind of hypocritical to be out on Excel. Like, I'm gonna give him the 3rd year. If he doesn't come out and improve, I mean, I think the Metchie signing, whatever they do, if they sign a wide receiver or draft a wide receiver, he definitely they letting him know he on thin ice, real quick. And I know people want to say the Metchie signing. When I look at the contract, I don't look I look at that like the Stone Forsythe signing. Like, they gotta have to earn it in training camp. Like, a roster spot isn't guaranteed to Metchie or Forsythe. They gotta earn that shit. One year, 1.9 million. That's not a guaranteed roster spot.
I think it's
more guaranteed. My bad. I'm gonna say this real quick. I think it's more guaranteed than what we think, though, Nick. Only because of them being prior, teammates and the production that
true.
They only gave him a $500,000 bump.
I'll put it to you like this, though, PPP. If you
guaranteed.
are right on this, if you are correct, then that already lets me know XL on thin ice. if that's the case, if what you're saying is true. You know what I mean?
So PPP,
That's the way I
let's put
look
this
at
into
it.
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
There are players that you get on a rookie deal, like on a deal like with Metchie. You guarantee the whole 1.4, 1.5 million guaranteed.
But it's low risk, high reward.
No. Hear me out. Metchie only got $500,000 guaranteed.
That's nothing.
So if they cut him, if they go through training camp and they cut him,
it ain't nothing.
They only owe him $500,000.
Yeah, ain't nothing. It's low risk, high reward. Exactly.
I just want to make sure that we understand, like when we talk about contracts and all that stuff. And how much, and this is another thing I'm going to say, and how much money is guaranteed an XL contract? Every penny, right?
No.
Okay.
Not every penny, but
go look it up. He's a rookie.
I did earlier. He's guaranteed 5.8. Well, no, I'm sorry. No. You're absolutely correct. It's 12.36 fully guaranteed. You're absolutely correct.
So they're gonna give him the shot.
So think about
they're gonna give him the chance.
So what is the best case scenario for the Carolina Panther fandom?
For XL to pop off. For XL to pop off.
To achieve.
Yeah.
For XL to achieve. Now, with that being said, size, weight, speed. I just looked at the first half of the playoff game. Seemed like he was getting burned. He got 3 passes in the first half. One was in the end zone. That guy held him down. I mean, damn near hugged him, and because he was gonna catch that damn touchdown. They threw a flag, put it at the end zone. He got yak yards. I get it that he's not what we want him to be now, but we got to understand, like, Metchie coming and biting on his heels. Come on, please. It's business for $500.
You know what, Will?
Come on, man.
You know what, Will?
Yes,
you are the only person that I've met that can talk me off the ledge. It made me feel like what I thought was dumb. I'm not gonna lie. When you brought that 12, see,
the business side matters.
That's why I love y'all brothers, man. Because even though I have my position and my point, I'm always gonna be like, yo, that makes sense.
Of course.
I never thought about the 12.36 fully guaranteed. I never thought about that aspect of it, man.
Business side of football is very underrated. You think they're gonna give him who you think they're gonna give the shot to? The $12.36 million guy, or the $500,000 guy?
They're gonna give it to the money guy.
They're gonna give it to the money guy.
Like that for no fucking Metchie.
How quick you think he would be off the waiver wire if you dropped him on the waiver wire today?
Oh, somebody will pick him up right away.
Somebody pick him up quick.
Because you paying
right away.
$12 million.
Immediately.
Yeah.
But somebody will pick him up.
Well, okay. So Will, you've done a great job with talking me off the ledge with Adam Thielen. You got me feeling a little crazy right now with this Xavier Legette thing. All I'm gonna say is this: I just hope that it works out. Because if it don't,
it all goes back to PPP. It goes back to two things.
He gotta work out. He gotta work out.
This is it for him.
It all goes back to two things. It goes back to this offseason, how much work he put in to improve on his wide receiver skills. Then the OC got to utilize him the proper way. Because if you don't utilize his talent the proper way, you're wasting his talent. Just like we're wasting Jimmy Holmes' talent.
Hold on, Bloody. Mm-hmm. Now, see, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either. Because XL's more talented than Coker, but Coker's more productive. Why is that?
Because Coker
why is that? XL is way more talented than Coker.
Because Coker is a wide receiver.
I wouldn't say way more.
He was a more polished wide receiver.
Coker don't got half the athleticism of him.
Mullins is. It don't matter about the athleticism. It matters about your feet as a wide receiver.
Of course.
He understands how to play the position a lot better, even though he played against smaller competition. Mullins never did that at South Carolina.
I agree with that.
He was more of an athlete coming from high school. So he just playing off of pure athleticism, not off of wide receiver IQ. Right. Yeah. So that's why he, just like people said, when the GM picked him, they knew that he was going to be a development, that he's a project guy, but he got the great upside with the height, the weight, the speed. He got all that. He just got to understand to play the position.
Right.
Do we
I'm
have?
hoping
wait?
he's getting that done now. Hoping he's getting
Do
it done
we have
now.
time to wait though, fellas? Like okay. So right
Yes,
now
we do. And so we got time to wait this season.
Hold on. I'm gonna preface it with this. Right now, do y'all feel like Dan Morgan believes that this is a team right now that can make it to the Super Bowl? Do y'all feel like that right now?
You're asking me, does Dan Morgan feel like it, or do I feel like it?
I think Dan Morgan feels like that.
Well, I don't know how he
I don't
feels.
think Dan Morgan feels like that, honestly. I think he still thinks we're pieces away.
Okay.
I think so.
Will, what about you?
I think he's a real man. I think he's a realist. I think he looks at the team like we made some improvements, we made some strides, but we're still a piece or two away.
Okay, Will, what about you, Will?
I believe that Dan Morgan believes that we can make a deep playoff run. The way that he moved in this offseason, I believe that he believes that we can make a deep playoff run. Now, I don't think that any GM will say, "Oh, this is a Super Bowl roster." But what they're saying is this a divisional round or NFC championship game team? And from what he did this season, yes. Now, how we get there is with XL and Coker and our running game and everything. Our offense has to drastically improve. Just like our defense took that leap in last year, our offense got to take that leap this year.
Don't worry,
And
Jonathan Brooks coming back, baby.
Do y'all feel?
Jonathan Brooks, all the guys, Jonathan. Yep.
Do y'all feel? Do y'all feel that we have time this year to wait on Xavier Legette's development in this season right here, knowing that we are a deep playoff caliber team?
He needs to come into preseason. He needs to come into OTAs and preseason and minicamp, all that, and make some strides.
He's got to
Yes.
win that. He's got to win that that wide receiver competition for wide receiver 3.
For sure.
He's already
First and foremost.
discussed that. He's wide receiver 3 this season.
As far as right now, yes.
As far as right now,
he's wide receiver 3. So let's just he's not competing to be wide receiver 3
right now. I don't know about that, Will. I don't know about that.
Unless they draft a wide receiver in the first round. And then number two, Excel cannot be the hindrance of the offense, but we're going to need better play from Coker. Coker got to stay on the field all 17 games, right? Chuba Hubbard got to stay on the field all 17 games, right? Robert Hunt got to be available all 17 games, right? There's a lot that has to happen.
Hey, wait a minute, Will. It's actually more than that. If you believe it's divisional and championship, it's really like 19.
But he's talking about
I'm talking about the regular season.
Okay.
For the regular season, in order for us to be in that position, there's a lot of if statements that have to happen. I think that we can get there. I think that Coker's going to be healthy all season. I'm not walking into this thinking that Coker is not going to be healthy. I think that he will be healthy all this season. And I think that he has
to be healthy, Will.
And I think that Jonathan Brooks will be healthy all this season, will be dynamic.
I want him to be.
What's the diagnosis on him? Since he told
he's looking good now. He looking. You seen the video of him?
Carolina, he's looking good.
Nah.
Well, there's a video of him out.
Shit either, bloody. I don't trust that shit either.
I got you. I'm gonna send it to PP. I'm gonna send it in the private chat.
Okay, so there is a they have said, on the GPS.
Send it to Twitter. Send it to my DM in Twitter. I can pull it up better that way.
All right, better.
So they've said that, he's been hitting all of his target speed on GPS and all that other stuff. I'm just hoping that he is good to go, because we got Chuba Hubbard, him, and Travis Etienne. That's how you Trevor Etienne.
Trevor, his younger brother.
His younger Etienne.
Which is crazy.
But only thing I'm saying is we have a lot of the tools necessary. right? And I think Bryce Young said something vitally important. He has to be able to get out the fucking huddle faster and get to the line so that they can all diagnose the defense in front of them, so they can get into the right play.
But that's fundamentals, Will.
That's what
I said. That's more like command and fundamentals, Will.
No, that's
I think it's, but I also think it comes from the sideline.
That's coming from the sideline, and that's the reason why
Because
Dave
the
Cannella
sideline got to get the play to him faster.
Yeah, Dave Cannella said that.
Right. And see, and people thought that Dave Canales was capping for Bryce when he said, hey, I got to get the playoff fast. I mean, shit, there was a clear moment for the head coach to argue with the ref. The ref standing in front of him, he can't say shit. Bryce arguing with the ref. Because he's too busy looking at the goddamn menu board to get the next play in the brace.
So that means they got to cut down the verbiage of the plays. Then
they got to make it simpler.
No,
I think they need to make it simpler.
You just need you need someone that's going to be okay. Boom, we got this play, and as that you're not watching the play. You got someone telling you, okay, convert. All right, cool. Boom, next play. You only got 40 seconds in between plays. You ain't got
to think about like this.
You also got to have the rhythm of how the game is going.
Right, bloody correct.
Within the first 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds, you gotta say, did they change out players on defense? What are they lining up in? What's the personnel mismatch? What play am I calling? What's the down and distance? If you're the head coach and somebody trying to talk to you about somebody injured back here, you can't even respond to none of that shit because you're too busy throwing plays out the field.
Too busy running plays. That's why you
right.
Need people
so I'm so glad. Like I don't know how.
You.
Right. I mean, it was crazy. I was sitting in a booth at a high school game with the OC in a high school game, and that shit looked fucking hard. And I'm saying to myself, how the hell do you do that as a head coach and a play caller?
You gotta have that sixth sense.
It will. You gotta do what Dave is doing. Dave is the head coach. He don't need to be. I mean, listen, he's a new head coach. If he was something like Andy Reid or whatever, someone calling plays and he'd been doing it for a while, then that's different. He got a system together. Dave ain't got no system together, so it worked. But he knows it can be better than how it is. And a lot of times we fell into situations because Dave is new at being a head coach. And he admitted that, which is cool. I'm fine with that. When you admit that you understand that you are the reason why in some cases we had to delay a game or we got into the wrong, set or whatever based on whatever, I'm cool with that. Let's just make it right going forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll just say, if you ever look at a booth when they show a team, the staff up in the damn booth calling plays, the defense coordinator, offensive coordinator, there's a guy that's saying who personnel changed on defense. There's a guy with the binoculars. There's a guy saying, here's the package that we need to look at. Here's a guy that's an analytics guy saying, here's the best plays we see for down and distance. Everybody is working at the same time while the goddamn QB is getting up off the damn ground trying to get everybody in a huddle.
Hey, Tico, I'd love for you to come on stage and explain some of that, man. Yeah, I love
explaining some good stuff.
Yeah. I love because Tico plays, so he understands that dynamic.
Oh yeah, I'd love to get his input.
Plays, Yeah, I would love for him to come up and give that information. That knowledge, man. Yeah. At least on especially on the NFL level. He played the NFL level. So
I
would love him.
Because I know one thing, you gotta understand the flow of the game to know exactly what plays to call. That really shows you how good of a play caller you are.
Yeah.
And that's one thing this OC has the capabilities of doing that. So then Canales, he can focus on what he can focus on.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I just think that, back to your original question that got this going, PPP, do he think that we're a Super Bowl caliber team? I do think that Dan Canales believes that we are a Super Bowl caliber team if everything comes together correctly. we have to see it first.
Yeah.
We have to see it develop. It has to gel. It has to gel, right? It has to gel. Like old boy, we signed Phillips. Phillips got to be able to do the things that we need him to do.
We need Jonathan Brooks to do what he needs to do too.
Boy, you still on Jonathan Brooks? Jesus,
Yes, I am.
To me, I'm gonna be honest.
Brooks
I
is an
think that boy
idea,
is
Will.
finished. I think the boy is finished. You need to go ahead and just get
Why
Chuba,
is he finished?
Achin, and trying to get you talking about a running back who has to cut every single time, and he tore his knees up twice. That's something that you just don't.
Hey, y'all go ahead.
replace
It's my
easy,
sister calling
bro.
me. Y'all go ahead and talk, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right,
But hey, yo,
GP.
bloody. What I'm saying is like what I'm saying is though, like we need some type of juice in that running back room. I understand about Chuba, and he's decent, but we got to get some juice in that running back room, man.
Now
Some
you
type
mean
of
juice?
juice
You talking
there.
about speed, right?
Yes, speed.
Well, if you talking about speed, then you think about getting a fresher back out of the draft.
That's what I'm saying.
Because me personally, a running back who tore his knees up twice, I'm not banking on that. That Frank Gore situation, that's not everybody's career. Everybody's not gonna go through it.
That's true. You're right, bloody.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
you're
I seen
absolutely
one
right.
running back who I'm not, you know what I'm saying, going try to hurt Will's feelings about that, but he had a promising career if he hurt himself twice like that. Even when he was in the league, he still tried. But just like my
Who's
uncle
that?
told me, I'm talking about Marcus, who supposed to have
Oh,
had a promising
Lattimore.
career.
Marcus
You know what I'm
Lattimore,
saying?
yeah.
And my uncle, he told me straight up, it's like, bro, you gotta understand, them guys at practice, they see something. They see that he's not the same with that same burst, that same power that he used to have, bro. And as a running back, you need that with your knees, bro.
But bloody, the only reason I talk about that running back room is when you rank at the bottom in 29th in explosive run rate for the last 2 seasons. That's something that should fix your offense if you have that juice in the running back room. That's all I'm saying.
That's
true.
true.
Chuba doesn't bring that to us.
I like Chuba. Is Chuba a top 15, top 20 running back? I'll probably say no.
No.
But he's a good running back for us. Now, do he need a running mate? Yes, he do. Do I think Travis Ancient can do that? And that sounds weird saying his name like that. He possibly could. I mean,
why? First of all,
Travis Etienne is who you meant to say?
that is not his name, Zip.
Well, listen, I'm trying to respect him because, you know what I'm saying, one of my great Tigers said we couldn't pronounce his name right. So he just said, just pronounce it how it's spelled. And it sounds weird to me, but I'm trying not to disrespect him.
Achin. That is it's pronounced Achin, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
what he said.
That's what they family say. That's what I'm like, what?
Well,
So,
yeah. So
I'm just
I
trying to
just trying to respect the man when he want his name being called, right?
that's it. But I mean,
It
I do
sounds
feel like Travis can be a good number 2 if, you know what I'm saying, that we could get another back to go in the room with him, you know, another one or a third or a fourth one. That's cool with me. But we do need to get more production out of the running game, especially this season, since we don't have Rico. Who's going to be that guy to give us that production? That's still up in the air. If we get a healthy Chuba, I believe Chuba can do it, though.
But also, bloody,
right.
I just want to bring this into perspective as well. With all the weapons coming in for, with all the weapons coming in for Bryce, you don't think with this offensive coordinator, because we don't know what he's going to do, he might turn it into a pass first offense. And if that's the case, then you actually need a back who can catch out that backfield, which Chuba can't do.
Chuba can catch out the backfield.
He's not a great catcher of the football, bloody.
I mean, he's not. He don't have those, you know, Christian McCaffrey, LaDainian Tomlinson type, you know, hands or nothing. But he can catch out the backfield. But you just got to place the ball where he able to catch it. You can't just throw something, you know, up in the air and it's a soft little pillow. That's too much time for him to get his head knocked off. Got to put it on him right in the numbers so he can get up the field.
Yeah.
I guess Freddie's just saying he don't do it at a high enough clip. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not that kind of a back. He can do it, but he's just not that kind of a back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to see
we
more.
do have a lot of we have a lot of good ingredients on our offense. What do y'all think? And this is all
We need another
I know what
weapon.
I believe.
That's what I'm saying.
What other type of weapon? If y'all what other type of weapon would you think would put accelerant onto our
Speed
offense?
will.
Can I answer
Speed
this?
will.
Can I have the floor real quick,
Me, me,
fellas? Real quick.
me
Sure,
personally,
sure.
hold
Go
on
right
real
ahead.
quick, Nick. Me personally, I think that a tight end would really, you know what I'm saying? I think we got that guy in the room though. You know what I'm saying? With
We got
us,
enough tight ends,
We have
I
but
think
we
we got
got to
enough.
that guy in the
But are
utilize
they
room.
good?
Yeah, they
But
good. They in the
listen
league,
though,
but
Yeah,
but
they just
they're
got
listen
to be
though,
good.
utilized.
we got somebody
Okay.
else calling plays this year. So let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like.
So you're saying utilizing the tight end better, and you believe that guy's in the room. Okay.
Yeah.
Who?
Um.
Who?
No,
Is
not
it
me.
Mitch?
Not me. I'm just saying that's what he said. I didn't say
Yeah,
that.
no, that's what
Oh,
I'm asking though. Who?
Yeah, Zip. Who? Who are you talking
I
about?
mean, we got
Who? Tommy
Sanders. We got
Tremble?
that boy. We
Are we
got
talking
Sanders.
Tremble?
We
Or are
got
we
that boy
talking?
that came from
Come
Notre
on,
Dame.
man.
Oh,
Like,
Mitchell Evans.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
Mitchell
I
Evans. I
like
just never knew.
Mitch.
those
I just
two,
Mitchell
never
Evans
seen
ain't
him
no
me
play.
game changer
personally,
like Kenyon Sadiq. What are we doing right now? Kenyon
But it's
Sadiq's a
still,
game changer.
I mean, he.
Well,
man, he's
I'm not gonna
athletic.
say.
He's
You know
So,
what?
athletic.
so
That
Hey,
by
boy don't got
getting
a
him,
lot
you
of
I'm a
just
fucking
think
Kenyon
that
stats.
Sadiq
everything
lover.
just
That boy don't got a
automatically
lot of
gonna be better
stats.
just
He's
by getting that
athletic.
one
That's the only
piece.
thing you can
I
say
think
about him.
That's
Kenyon
what I'm.
Sadiq is way more talented than all three of those guys. And
He
I think
might
I mean,
All
be,
you
he's
can
he
say
but
is
try
he's
he's
not
more
he
try
might
blessed with
be.
athletic.
He
more
Sadiq.
You
Try
natural
is.
can't say
Sadiq.
he's
gifts.
He
more
Try
might
talented.
be.
Sadiq.
What are we
Try
doing
You
right
Sadiq.
can't
now?
say he's more
Try
He's
talented
blessed
Sadiq.
than
with
the
more
only thing he
natural
You
can
can't
gifts,
say
but
say
I'd
that
though.
rather
though.
have
So
a
Nate.
deeper room.
Gentlemen.
What?
No, you can't say
So
that.
gentlemen, this was my question. So are we agreeing that we got to get more productivity out of the tight end room, or is it running back, or is it another pass catcher?
It's explosiveness, Will. Let's
What
just
is
be
it?
honest
No,
here.
no, hold on.
Mm,
What is it? You got to pick a thing
mm.
that is needed to put accelerate onto our offense.
It's
I know what
honestly
I think
Will.
Here's
it
the
Hey,
is.
reason why I
Will.
say tight end. I say tight
Okay.
end because that's
Okay.
another big target. So when things
Mm-hmm.
say we do get a pocket collapsing or Bryce Young having to roll out of the pocket, that's somebody bigger he gonna be able to you on the passer side of things, you can make there's more room for error with a big target like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
The tight
Y'all
ends are
sitting here telling
normally
me,
quarter.
y'all
They
The
sitting
don't
here
only
say
thing
telling
I'm gonna
me
say
it's not a
though is
no.
Zip
guarantee
is
that
the running
Sadiq
back
is
is
more
the
talented
quarterback's
than all
best
the tight
friend.
ends in our room. Are we kidding right
No,
He's
no,
now?
just
we're
more
gonna get
athletic, Nick. That's
so we're gonna
it. He did
we're
not have
gonna
a
get
lot of
He's
this we're
more
gonna
production in
get the
athletic,
college.
Sadiq we're gonna
Nate. He's not.
hold on gentlemen hold on we're gonna get the Sadiq piece, but I just want to pull the string on the tight end piece. Then I'm gonna ask a Sadiq question. So we're saying that I think that tight end, in order to put some accelerant on an offense, there is tight end, but you got to have somebody that can get across the middle quickly, rapidly, present his numbers, and is a sure-handed catcher. Now, with that being said, I thought that it would have been Jatavion Sanders. It doesn't seem like he's going to remain healthy enough to be that guy, right? And a pass catcher like a dynamic player like a Kenyon Sadiq really opens up the offense. So think about it like this. If you got a 4-3-9 inline tight end, there are no linebackers that's going to try to shoot the gap. Because if you shoot the gap, I'm catching the ball. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and we can't underestimate how
That
good of
that
a blocker he is. He's a
and then
really good blocker.
but he's a great blocker.
Yeah.
But also he don't even have to block that tight end. That tight end knows that he's not going to go up that A gap if Kenyon Sadiq is standing outside on the field, either buttoned up
But
against the goddamn tackle
but here's the
or
thing,
split
Will.
out.
Here's the
He
thing, Will. Here's the thing. I heard there's a YouTube page, and I urge you to go follow it. It's called
Okay.
Rushmore on X, and there are these two gentlemen. They had a show with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, and they said, and the obviously Rushmore on X, you could get where they're going. They want to get the Mount Rushmores of certain sports. So they brought Brady and Manning up, and they said, who are the Mount Rushmore of pass catchers in NFL history? Now, Brady obviously went to bat for Gronk. He said Gronk is in there. The reasoning why he said Gronk is what was interesting to me. He said himself, this is Tom Brady, the GOAT, speaking. He said, when you have a super talented elite tight end, a defense can't double him. Therefore, he causes super mismatch problems. You can't double a tight end.
But that's that and a running back.
You know what I mean? Like
double the
a
tight
guy
end.
like Kenyon
that running
Sadiq.
back.
Yeah, okay, double
Same thing.
Kenyon Sadiq and watch what Ted
It's the
McMillan's gonna
same
do on
thing
the
though.
outside to you.
Hey,
It's the same
But then
thing
they,
though.
but I mean, shoot,
That's
you
what I
got
do.
corners that
Thank
can
you.
guard Ted. Hey, this the NFL,
Yeah.
bro.
No, but you, hey,
Yeah.
just the NFL. But you know what? I'll take Ted 1-on-1.
All day.
If you do not give safety help consistently against your
Because you can
ex,
still put a safety over top of
no,
that.
Yeah,
that's
you
what I'm
can.
trying. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you are going to double your tight end, you're going to double your tight end with a linebacker and a
Mm-hmm.
safety.
Mm-hmm.
That means you now have Tyrell McMillan 1-on-1, and I will take an X receiver 1-on-1 over any tight end any day, over any a X wide receiver over a cornerback any day. Given the rules of the NFL and how the NFL is set up today, the wide receiver more than likely will win that environment.
You
So
still can have another
I was
safety over
about
top
to
of that,
jump
over
I was
top of
about
that
to
corner
jump
that's
out,
Yeah,
but
you
guarding
I
that
kind of
definitely
want
can,
safety
to
over that
buddy.
Ted.
That's
I
absolutely
was gonna
correct.
jump out. I want to just end on one quick soliloquy type shit.
What's
As
going
far
on,
as the
Tri-State?
draft, yeah. As far as the draft, like I understand, we do still have some holes, but I'm of the impression like if Sadiq or Jordan Tyson's there, I wouldn't even second guess it, bro. I'm getting one of them. And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, another weapon for Bryce," blah blah blah. Listen, I said it on Black Cat. I'm gonna say it on here. It's not, for some reason, for the Bryce haters, it's not okay for him to get weapons. But Jared Goff, who's a #1 overall pick, look at his weapons. Look at who
He's
Baker
got Jahmyr
Mayfield's weapons
Gibbs and
have been.
Amon-Ra St.
Look at his
Brown.
Joe Burrow's weapons have been. They're all #1 overall picks. So why are they allowed to have great weapons, and why is my quarterback not allowed to have great weapons?
Preach.
That's my only thing on
That's a
that.
good point.
Hey,
Man,
hey,
don't nobody
try,
be
was a
hey,
first
listening
round
try
to
pick.
them
state.
little sad ass niggas over there. I'm sorry
What
to
you
say
said,
it, man,
Bloody?
but all of them niggas
I
sound
say
sad as
T.
fuck,
Higgins was a
man.
first round
Real
pick.
shit.
Yes, he was, Bloody.
No, he wasn't a first round pick, but he's still an elite receiver.
Yeah,
He
those are
is.
true
I
elite
give him
receivers,
that. He's a
Bloody.
Titan.
You know what? I'm not going to sit up here and debate whether Bryce should get weapons. You damn right. Your offense should be loaded with weapons.
Yeah, bro.
Definitely
Every
Like
loaded with
what?
offense is
weapons.
And
loaded with
Jordan
weapons.
Tyson
That's
is
common fucking
nasty.
sense.
Hey,
That's
and
common
you
Jordan
know
sense.
what?
Tyson is fucking nasty,
The,
bro.
the,
But
the Los
Tri-State.
Angeles Rams, the Los Angeles Rams got arguably the best receiver in football, and they were
Yeah.
trying to trade up in the
To get
draft
Tedderell
to
and
go
McMillan.
get Tedderell McMillan. But y'all
Yeah.
gonna tell me don't take
Yeah.
another wide receiver? Man, y'all get off my
Yeah.
face. Man, miss me with that
Any
crap.
type of weapon for Bryce Young in this draft is big. Running back, tight end, or wide receiver. I feel like those are the three that we should really
Okay,
consider.
so now the argument that I would say that safety, that Oregon safety,
Oh,
if that
that
Oregon
he
safety in
cold.
there,
He
if that
cold.
Oregon safety there and Kenyon Sadiq, I wouldn't know what to do. If I was Dan Morgan,
I
I wouldn't know what to do.
mean,
That
Flip a coin at that
safety,
point.
hey, that safety cold as
that's a
ice.
tough choice
Yeah,
if I'm
man.
being real here, Will. That's a tough choice.
Honestly,
That
bro,
boy
I
cold as
think,
ice.
and this may be a hot take to some, I think the enemy might be better than Caleb Downs, bro. I really do. I
I think
truly
Hey,
Tiedemann
believe
is
it.
better than Caleb
I
Downs,
think
though.
he, I
that
think he
boy
might
I
cold.
be
think he
better than
is
him, bro.
better.
I
I think
think he
he is
That
honestly
boy
might be
better.
cold as
better than him,
ice.
bro.
I honestly
Yeah.
think he is better.
Yeah, but yeah. So the reason why I say that is when you talk about when you talk about putting accelerant onto our offense, the missing piece of our offense is a really threatening pass catching tight end.
I
Yeah,
don't think that's accurate,
you
Will,
know,
though.
Jatavion Sanders can do it, but when you got somebody like a tight end that commands and demands secondary support when he's on the field,
Mhm.
that opens up your offense.
I'll tell y'all one thing.
I think the
I would
running
pay
game is more
attention.
important to the offense than a
I
tight
was
end.
just about to say. I
We
think
know you got the running game.
I think
what
that,
Jesus
what's
Christ,
but
under
that's
man.
what's
true though, Will.
listen. We got to
Oh God,
we got to
You
realize
got to look
something
at that.
too. If we don't draft a wide receiver or a tight end within the first 2 rounds, that's basically them saying they're putting all their eggs in their basket on Jonathan Brooks staying healthy. Because to me, he's the X factor of the whole offense if he stays healthy. If Jonathan Brooks can stay healthy, he is the X factor of the offense, bro. He will open up things offensively for us
I
that
hope
we haven't
so.
had since
I
Christian
agree.
McCaffrey.
Tri-State. I
I
hope
So
agree.
so.
I agree.
So
Now,
he's gonna be the #1 running back or something?
I think he will end up being maybe not in the
I
beginning of the
think
season, but he's going to end up
you
becoming
know
I
the
what?
number
think
one
he's
running
definitely
back,
going to take
especially
Chuba
if he
over
stays
spot,
healthy.
Bloody,
I
because
think
he has more
Especially if he
talent.
stays
He's
healthy.
more talented than Chuba
Way
Hubbard.
more talent. Chuba
He's way
already
more
peaked,
talented than him.
y'all.
time out.
Chuba
Time
Oh
out.
peaked.
boy.
He's already plateaued in
Time.
his career.
Time out.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
do believe that I the best case scenario for the Panthers is for Jonathan Brooks to be that dynamic player, hot hand, blah 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 blah, and you got then you got that 1-2 tandem, and then in the 2027 season, Jonathan Brooks is RB1, Chuba Hubbard's RB2.
Bro,
That
Will,
would be
he'll
the
be
best case.
RB1. He'll be RB1 halfway through this season, Will. Mark my words,
think
Will.
so. If he's
You'll
healthy,
see.
Y'all
I
are
think
Get
very,
it?
so.
very high
God,
on
y'all,
this
you
kid.
gotta let me
Absolutely.
finish.
Why wouldn't I be?
Gentlemen,
Because I don't see
Will,
nothing.
gentlemen,
that
I
you'll be
get it. I
holding the
know you
mic all
gotta.
the time, Will. But all right.
No. What I'm saying is, okay, you said that he's going to be RB1 by the beginning by the middle of the season.
Yes.
If that happens, great. I'm not saying that it won't happen. I'm saying I'm being realistic in my assessment.
Okay.
Realistically,
I'm not being
that's
realistic
not
in
going to
my
happen.
assessment that if hold on, I'm not being realistic in my assessment to say if Jonathan Brooks stays healthy, he's not better than Chuba Hubbard.
He is.
No,
He
he's
definitely
way
is.
better than Chuba Hubbard if he stays healthy. What are we doing?
Is
more
you're
talented
banking on a
is, though.
running back who tore his ACL in both
I hope he
knees.
is.
But
No, he retore the
got way
same
more talent than
ACL.
him, bloody.
So he retore
Way
the
more
same
talent.
ACL twice.
But how do you know he has
Like,
more talent?
Are we serious now?
Are we serious right now?
Right.
How do we know he has more talented?
I'm not
Okay, I
debating
got you. I got you. You want to know? Okay. I want you could look this up. This is a real stat. Their last 10 games at Texas. Pull up Jonathan Brooks' last 10 games at Texas. Pull up Bijan Robinson's. Jonathan Brooks' stats are more impressive. All right,
those are numbers.
that
dog.
off that alone, he's better than Chuba. He's more talented than Chuba Hubbard.
That's just
He's
numbers,
way more
bro.
talented
He's
than
nowhere
Chuba.
near close as a Bijan Robinson, bro.
I'm not
And then number
comparing him to
two,
Bijan Robinson. What I'm saying, he said he
Chuba
wanted
is
to know
always
where the
been.
talent
Besides
is
last
at.
year, Chuba's always been available. I need
He
availability.
wanted to know the talent of Jonathan
Bloody.
Brooks. I'm explaining
But
it.
we need a spark in that running back room, bloody. That's all I try to saying.
Y'all really banking on this boy instead of trying to get another running back. Okay.
I want another running back,
because the significant running back, it's only Jeremiah Love in this draft. There's a significant
So
drop
just
off.
fuck them two boys from Penitentiary State. So them neither one of them boys good.
And Singleton and what's his
Singleton
face?
and Katron?
No, they alright.
They decent, but honestly,
they're
man,
more healthy than the boy that y'all like right now. They can damn sure do better than what
I don't know
Brooks
if they're
can
more
right
healthy
now.
than him right now. We don't know that. They saying Jonathan
Come
Brooks
on, bro,
hitting. Granted, I know with the cuts and everything, I got you. But from what I've seen on Twitter, what they've been saying, Dan Morgan said he hitting 21 miles per hour. So the speed is there. It's all about. At this point, it's all mental with him. It's all mental.
He can sit there and run
It's
30
all
miles an hour.
mental.
He still got to cut between the tackles and get hit on that leg.
And I want to see
bloody,
that, bloody.
bloody. We're
What's up?
athletes, bloody,
hey,
bloody.
so
We're
I'm
athletes, dog.
looking at-
We understand the significance of confidence and mental strength too. Like it's all mental for him at this point, dog. That's what
I
it is
hope,
to
bro.
me.
I'm not gonna say I hope. It better be.
Yeah.
You know what? So what I would say is this. I'm looking at his stats from his last year in college, right? I don't know. I'm not comparing him to Jonathan Brooks. But let's see. I'm looking at the teams that he played. Let's say
You talking about
game week. No, I'm talking about Jonathan Brooks.
Definitely.
So let's say he had when he played in conference against Oklahoma, he had 129 yards. I'm not counting like the Rice game or anything like that. I'm not going to do that.
Right. This Big 12
those games.
Big 12.
So in Texas at Alabama, against Alabama, he had 57 yards. Against Kansas, he had 218 yards. Against Baylor, he had 106 yards. Against
on 18
Houston,
carries. Don't forget the carries. Hold on. Will. 18 carries for 106. Yeah.
Oh, listen, I'm not trying to besmirch the man.
I understand, but you
I
gotta throw
want
the
him to
attempts in
be
there
good.
too.
He's a Panther. You know he's a Panther, right?
Yeah.
I'm not against the kid.
I'm just giving you the full context.
Okay, all right. At Kansas, he had 218 yards on 21 carries. At Oklahoma, he had 129 yards on 22 carries. Houston, 20 carries for 99. BYU, he had 16 carries for 98. And then Kansas State, he had 22 yards for 112. And then Texas Christian, he had 21 carries for 104 yards.
So on the season, he
So
had 187 carries for 1,139 yards on a whopping 6.1 yards per carry and 10 touchdowns.
okay,
Okay.
so now I'm
Got
glad you said that.
1,100 on.
Right, hold on. Before we
He
jump
got
off the
1,100
bridge,
yards. He got almost 1,200 yards on less than 200 carries.
Before you jump off the bridge, I'm not talking about. I don't count the Rice game and all those other games. I don't count. I'm not really thinking about
The cupcake games, we got you.
the cupcake games. What I'm saying is he's 1,000-yard back.
100%.
He can be 1,000-yard back, and we didn't even talk about his receiving yards. He didn't really have that much receiving yards, but he shouldn't because he's running back. But he had he had 2 catches in the game, 1 catches in the game, 5, and he had one game where he had 18. He had 8 fucking receiving passes. What I'm saying to you guys is I would want Jonathan Brooks to be that dude. I do. All I'm saying is even reading off those stats doesn't give me Bijan Robinson-esque. What it gives me is I'm hoping that he is Bijan Robinson-esque.
Nah, he
I
ain't
want him to
Bijan.
be.
He ain't
That's all
Bijan.
I'm
Bijan's
saying.
a
He ain't
different
Bijan.
breed, Will. Bijan's a different breed.
I
Will.
see Jonathan Brooks as like a Brees Hall. That's his comp for me.
There you go.
That's a good comp.
That's a good comp, honestly, when you think about it. That is a good comp when you think about
Give
it.
me Brees Hall with this fucking guard play we got.
Right.
Oh, I'll take that.
Right.
Oh, I'll take that all
Good
day.
comp for him.
I'll take that all day. So
Exactly.
only thing I'm saying is I'll take that. I'll take that all day and twice on Sunday.
I'll take Brees Hall that too.
Yeah, with this
Over
guard
that
play
any day
with
of the
Damian.
week.
Right. So I'm excited. I'm excited about and so with
But
that
that's
being
all-
said, I just think that tight end. I think the room that we can
He
improve the
calls
most on is
backstage,
tight end.
PBB.
There we go.
It got quiet as hell.
Yeah, I thought Will was talking and then Tri-State was still up.
No. Somebody said that T. Cole's backstage. If I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
that's
T. Cole is
PPP.
backstage, but I mean, PPP probably still on the phone.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I think that the place that we can improve the most on this roster is tight end for the offense.
I mean, I do want to see an improvement in the running game. I do. Because the running game opens up everything. If we can sit there and dominate the ground, impose our will, win the time of possession that way, that can open up the offense for whatever tight end that we got on the field, whatever wide receivers we got on the field. That's just me. Now, the Jonathan Brooks thing, I mean, I'm not so optimistic on that because, like I say, a running back tearing his knee up twice, I understand it's a mental thing, but who's to say if that won't happen again? That's why I'm saying getting a young back out of the draft, probably in the later rounds, just to go with Achin and go with Chuba. That's
Right.
just me though.
Hey, so think about it like this, gentlemen. In 2025, the most we've had from the best productivity we had from the tight end room was 249 yards from Tommy Tremble. That's it. That's not a threat.
Now, you think that comes from a play calling perspective, or that comes from a person that or player's perspective, like make that not as effective? I'll say it that way.
I think that I'm just saying, this is just me,
Right.
and this is me just throwing an analogy.
Mm-hmm.
If Gronkowski was in our offense, he would have more than 249 yards because they would make sure that he get the ball.
Ooh.
It literally is a talent. A talent will dictate a portion of the scheme.
I'm not gonna argue with that because I that is a
That is a thought that I've never thought about. So I'm not gonna argue with you, Will. Not on that point.
So basically, it sounds like they don't believe in the guys that they got.
Right. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they believe in the talent that they have. They utilize them to the best of their talents that they have. If you had a Gronkowski in your offense, then you're going to get the ball to Gronkowski.
Hey, Will, let me jump in real quick just to read the super chat. I'm sorry, I was talking to my sister, man, and very, very sobering conversation with my sister, man. But I'll tell you, turn 2x2 for that super chat. He said, look at it. Like he said, look at it like this. We can score with a Tommy Tremble or Mitchell Evans. We are going to score on with a Nick Scott. We are going to we are going to score. We are going to score on with Nick Scott. Replace him with Dylan or McNeil. When Bryce scores, it would be the defense who effed up.
So
I get what he's saying.
It is auto-corrected like hell, but basically, Buddy, what he's saying is we can score with the Titans that we have, and we're gonna get scored on with Nick Scott as our safety.
Yes.
Eternal has been because Eternal has been screaming safety for the last 2 years. That's why. Basically, in layman's terms,
safety is a big hole.
And you see the last part you said, right? When Bryce scored, it'll be
the defense who fuck up.
Yep.
I mean, the defense will be the same. Will be the same thing that will get us the ball back and put us in good position too. So don't just shit on the defense now.
You know what?
I ain't gonna lie. You're right, Bloody. You're right, Bloody. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
that defense did look a whole lot better than what it was the previous year.
That defense is what's gonna help him get that 4,000.
Hey,
wow.
That is hellified debatable.
Hey, listen, Buddy.
You're gonna need a lot of opportunities, buddy. You're gonna need a lot of opportunities now.
Better hit.
That's my
fault. KPP, what's up?
Yo, what up, Tri-State?
Hold on, right
good,
quick
man.
for me, Freddie T. Cole. What's up, baby?
What's happening, PPP? What's good, chat? What's good, panel?
What up, T. Cole, my dog?
Hey man, I would love for you to educate us, man, on those 40-second in between play situational stuff, man. Like what's happening, what's going on. Like just take us through your world, man, as an NFL player in those situations.
Oh, you mean like you mean between the time where they trying to get the personnel in
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, shit, I ain't even gonna hold you. The offense is a lot more complicated than defense. You know what I'm saying? On the defensive side of the ball, you're basically sideline watching to see what personnel is coming in the game. And now they got that rule to where if the offense switch, you got to get the defense time to switch too. So they already know the defense. If they're coming in with 13 or 12 or 11 or something like that, they already know what to come in with the game. And then the play is called in a lot quicker than on offense, and it's not as many adjustments because you got the green dot who's going to get the front 7 straight, and then the safety's pretty much is going, and then you got Morrig who's probably going to get the secondary straight, and then they'll talk to each other. Like Morrig will communicate with the green dot, but other than that, everybody else communicating with each other, whoever the nigga that's beside them.
Okay.
Now T. Cole. Now I heard Ray Lewis say
as far as the offense. Now, as far as the offense is concerned, y'all was pretty much on point with the fact that the longer it takes Dave to get the play call in, the more pressure is gonna put on Bryce to try to see the field and get his pre-snap reads and change the play, change the protection and shit like that. So y'all pretty much was on point with what you were saying.
Okay.
And then you got depending on the play call, like in some plays, I can't really remember how our huddle is set up, but like you will see some receivers, they'll run out the huddle before the quarterback even called the play because they done heard their portion of the play.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that's a next step. Like David Moore probably got that. Excel probably ain't got that yet.
Yeah, that's true.
you know what I'm saying, type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if he hears Z left X, so, okay, he gone. I got what I need.
Yeah.
Now the rest of it is protection, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying, the play,
Yeah.
you know, the snap count and shit like that. But
Right.
yeah, y'all was on point.
And
Oh,
T.
okay,
Cole,
T. Cole.
also quarterback and receiver, they have like hand signals that they do
Yeah.
that they show
Oh
each
yeah,
other
it's side
depending on what
adjustment.
type of coverage.
Because
Mhm.
bloody.
Side
Because
side
bloody.
adjustments, bloody. You damn
Ask-
right.
Hold
Hell yeah.
on right quick, Freddie. Hold on right quick, Freddie. Go ahead, Tico.
Yeah, they definitely got site adjustments depending on, especially it could be something that's baked into the offense that they can say it's automatic. They call them automatics. If he come out, if he press us in this, is automatic fade, check fade. Or it could
Yeah.
be something that was game planned throughout the week that they seen on film that's automatic, and we only gonna use it for this week type shit. And you know what I'm saying? He'll put, you know, tap his helmet or, you know what I'm saying, goddamn tap the back of
Like
his
how Cam
leg.
did with Benji. If I hold my hand out, that's a fade. If I hold my hand out, it's a fade. If I put my hand in, it's a slant. I remember he
Yeah.
said that on the interview.
And they change that shit up every week too. They change that shit up for the players that, you know, has been in the system before.
And Dave also talked about it with Bryce in that playoff game. You remember that big play to Jalen Coker? He said that Bryce checked into that play with Jalen. Jalen said that because he saw the formation and he checked into that play. And that
Yeah,
play
they
wasn't the
basically,
original play.
yeah, they done did that a few times. He did it a few times, but you know, Dave even alluded to he ready for Bryce to take that next step and do that shit more often, and stop
Right.
just being a robot and going through 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, T. Cole,
Yeah,
I
and
did see it. My fault, Will. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. Will, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Bryce did take ownership. Say I need to start doing it, and
Yeah,
hopefully he makes that next
Yeah,
step.
he did.
You know, hopefully.
Yeah, because that's what I've been saying about, like, even when we first drafted him. And you know what I'm saying? He struggled. I was always saying, I was always calling him Bryce Brady because of his brain and what I knew his potential could be if he could stay healthy. If
What
the
about Bryce Mahomes?
if the
Oh
Mahomes,
my God.
he ain't got Mahomes
Hell
got a
no,
motherfucking
PPP.
cannon.
PPP, we can't give you that. PPP, that's crazy.
I'm talking about the
The
brain.
only
I'm talking about the
person that's
brain
close to
now.
that light skinned boy is Caleb Williams, and that's because of
Bryce
arm talent.
Mahomes. That's
Facts.
his name.
Bryce
Hell
Peyton Brady
no.
is all I can give him right now. You
Hell
know that the
no.
athletic
Hell
Bryce
no,
ability.
Payton.
PPP.
No.
Hey,
No,
Tico,
I'm
real
just saying.
quick.
I'm just
Hey,
saying. Like
Tico.
I'm just saying. Like this is his ceiling. If he mastered the game, like I got this shit on lock type shit where I know what you in and I know what play to call and whatever you call is wrong. And the only thing that's gonna fuck me up is somebody else make a mistake. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's what fucked Brady up when he was in New England. He ain't had no separation. He ain't had nobody that could make plays. He went to Tampa Bay, won the championship.
Yeah,
You see
nobody
what I'm
gets
saying?
separation.
So no, and you remember he couldn't
God
win in
damn.
New England. You remember he couldn't win in New England?
Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It was a stretch. He
He
couldn't win in
couldn't
New
win in
England.
New
That's
England.
true, but
When he went and got the players that he wanted, they couldn't stop him because he had the answers to the test. That was one of the main things he said when he went to when he retired. He sat down with Stephen A. Smith. He said, "I had the answers to the test. I already knew what you was doing.
I
It
think
wasn't
you
nothing you
see
could do
that
to stop me.
sometimes.
The only thing that was going to stop me was if somebody missed the block, the receiver ran the wrong route. Of course, he missed some throws, and he got was inaccurate, or he might have made a wrong read. But other than that, he was going to be right, and you was wrong. You going to check into a run, play check into screens, simple
Those are the
shit.
most.
He won't even really wow you. He was just dropping back and hitting the open motherfucker.
Well, that's because a lot of these defenders they don't play chess like Ray Lewis, and that goes back to the question I was going to ask earlier. Ray did say when you played against a Brady and Peyton Manning, you can't show your hand too early, especially with a Manning, because he'll do all these checks and do all these bluff calls.
You remember how they beat them? They pressed them. They pressed them and sent the house. They ain't give them time to sit back there.
That's true.
What Ray said is that when he get to like 10 seconds, he figured them out. He said when he get to like 10 seconds, now I'm going to automatically tell the guys to move, and we're going to go into the defense that we really going to run. But at the beginning, we gonna bluff the defense. I was
Hell
gonna ask
yeah, they
you,
definitely had to do that with Peyton.
do most defenses, like from a defensive perspective, do most guys do that, or they just come out in the I'm not gonna say base defense, but the play that the coordinator give them and don't disguise it and just be like, yo, just beat it.
I'm gonna tell you like this. That damn Rose Boom and Trevor Wallace can't do it.
No.
So
no, fuck no. Hell no, bloody.
They
Hell
trying
no.
to worry about which gaps they got, the reads they trying to make. You see what I'm saying? It's too much thinking.
So they trying not to fuck up out there.
Right.
Yes, bloody. Hey, bloody.
Yo.
Some linebackers have trouble like dealing with that stuff though. As Roseboom said, when he first had the green dot, but when he first had the green dot, it was a lot harder for him. But when Trevin had the green dot, it allowed Roseboom to play more freer and just use his instincts instead of trying to call the defense and then use his instincts. You got other different things you got
coordinators, and then you got coordinators that they got plays with bluff in them, as you know, where like the double mug, and you'll show the mug and then run out. That's how Devin Lloyd got that 99-yard pick in the mug, and he actually blitzed for like 3 or 4 steps and then fell up out that thing. Mahomes threw that whole right to him.
Because I've been hearing like they'll be like the Sea Chickens, they defense. They'll play cover 3, but the secondary guys will have different responsibilities in the cover 3. So if you see how the cover 3 share, like I know who responsibility is what. But then when the ball snap from pre-snap, it's just like post-snap, it's like, hold on. Why is he still standing flat? Why is he covering over in the third? And why is the linebacker? So that slows up the process.
Trap, cover 6 trap. You got a cover 3 trap, cover 2 trap. You got what's the other one? Invert.
Oh yeah, invert. Yep.
Invert. Yeah. And I seen J.C. Horn.
Mike McDonald is. Really
I seen they ran an invert. I think they ran a cover 3 cloud one time, and they almost threw that bitch right to J.C. Horn. I can't remember who he was playing, but J.C. bailed out like he was about to play thirds.
It was Seattle.
He backed out like he was about to play thirds, and he just stopped and goddamn Nick Scott went over top. And they almost threw that bitch right to J.C. Horn, but he threw it high. He caught it at the end and goddamn and raised the trigger a little bit on him.
Oh, it was Atlanta, Michael Penix. We actually
exactly. I remember now.
That ended up happening was You're absolutely right. JC just stood there, and that was the one that dropped.
Yeah, he went over top. That was cover 3 cloud.
Yo, that man.
I think that's what I want to learn more of.
Real quick, T-Cole, let the people know what cover 3 cloud is. Real quick, T-Cole.
Cover 3 cloud. Okay, so the normal cover 3 is you got 3 deep and 4 underneath. 2 hook curls, 2 curl to flat. Now, when you got cover 3 cloud, you're gonna have one safety that's gonna rotate over. They're gonna come out in a cover 2 look, and one safety is gonna rotate to the middle of the field. The other safety is gonna rotate over the top of the corner, and they pretty much gonna play a combo, pretty much like a cover 3, cover 2 combo. And the cornerback is gonna pretty much come down and rob anything in the flat. Gives the cornerback an option to play aggressive. Some people even run it from the press and act like they're running with the receiver on the go route, and then just turn around and fall off on the tight end or the running back in the flat, some shit like that. So it's a lot of ways you can disguise.
So that's more of the nickel corner, or that's a boundary corner.
That's the boundary corner. Boundary corner. Yeah. That and it's normally to the field side.
Do you remember this play, Steve Wilkes? It was against the Seattle Seahawks. The play where J.C. Horn picked off, I think it was Geno Smith. It was Geno Smith. Do you what was that? Was that here? You know what? Let me just pull the play up.
That was covered 2.
He defended Lockett and Metcalf on the same play.
He defended Metcalf and Lockett.
That was covered 2.
Yeah, he was in the flat. He was supposed to run the flat Yeah, he was supposed
That's
to be
cover
in the
2.
flat, but then he recognized the route and he bailed and made the play.
JC was in cover
Yeah,
2. It was
yeah,
literally
Yeah, we were
yeah.
supposed to be in
flat.
We
cover
heard
two
you,
It
that
was
Freddie. We
play.
still
heard you,
cover
Freddie.
2.
We heard you, Freddie. We heard you. Let me
Sorry. I'm
let me
sorry.
pull this up real quick. I'm gonna find that play.
Okay.
That level of football is what I really enjoy
Hey,
and want to really
yeah,
understand more.
facts, bloody. I
Is
geek out
people
over shit
assignments
like
and
that,
shit like
bro.
that.
I do too. I do too.
And you know
I do
what? And
too.
that's what people was criticizing Evero about, because that's what people were saying about, like, even when you don't have the talent, you can scheme shit up like that to fool motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the McVay of defenses.
Shit, that's what Kansas State used to do because they ain't have the best
Yeah.
players,
I
personnel on
saw.
defense, but they damn so play good defense back in the day.
What about
Yeah.
JC's second pick against San Fran? That was that was a Hall of Fame level play, bro.
Oh yeah,
That
Literally,
he was
Hall of
find some.
Fame.
You
No,
want me to tell you what that mean? You want me to tell you what that mean, Nick?
Preparation. That's what that
That was film
was.
study. That was
Preparation,
film
Yeah.
study.
exactly, and
Yeah,
find some work.
preparation.
Even without the film study, you know what they teach you in that situation?
What's up?
It's find some work. It's always something
Oh
coming
yeah.
backside. So
That's right.
they say
He was
don't kill grass. Don't just sit over
right.
there in
All
your
right.
third and kill
Right.
grass.
Here we
Mm.
go.
That's
Here
a
go
fact.
the play right here, guys. I'm showing it to y'all, and this is actually a good view of it right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the Panthers are in right here. T. Cole, talk to us. What you see?
JC down at the bottom.
Yes.
Hold on, let me blow this up so I can get a better
JC is
view.
right here. Looks like.
JC's at the
thought he
Yeah,
was
he's
at the
playing. He's
top.
playing off ball. Yeah, he's playing off coverage.
Okay.
It's like 8 yards
off
off the line.
coverage. Yep.
Okay, we got a 4-2-5 right here. Nickel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna play it.
Ooh. Mm.
That's all pro stuff right there.
Yeah, it is.
That
And
shit happened so fast. So when I ain't
It's hard
It's
to
hard
see
to
from here.
tell.
it's hard to see, but yeah, you definitely
see
can tell they was in
Skycast.
some kind of
Yeah, they're not gonna give me that. They're not gonna give that to me. Let me see if I can find.
That's why I love watching Skycast on Hulu during college football season.
Let me see if I can find.
So
JC Horn interception. Let's see if I can find that.
you know,
This looks like.
T. Cole got me over here writing down notes and shit, man. That's what I like, man. I appreciate this, brother.
Hey, yo, T.
no
Cole.
problem, man. I love this.
That's what you got to do. That's
Hey,
what you
yo,
got to
T.
do
Cole.
in the film room. Write down, take
Hey,
down
yo.
notes.
Hey, yo, T. Cole, though.
Yeah, because they gonna make you go to the board, and
But
they
you know
gonna
what?
say they give you that damn mark and be like, what you do right on this play, and they gonna make you
In
do,
front
and
of
they gonna
everybody.
make you write down what everybody do, not just what
On
you
the
do.
spot. That's what you. But that's how you get good. Knowing everybody's
True.
assignment, so
Yeah.
you can help line up your teammate too.
That's true.
Damn right, blood.
Because just like, dude, my fault. Go ahead.
The way that picture looked like, it kind of looked like cover 3 with the way that it was disguised off top. That's what it looked like. Unless I'm wrong, T. Cole.
Well, only reason, unless it was a cover 3 cloud again, you know what I'm saying? Because the only reason I say that because the safety was over top.
Right.
And JC Horn was kind of, he kind of knew like he had help over top. So it kind of looked like a cover 2. And most of the time, and the reason why I say that is because condensed formations, tight formations, you normally get some kind of cover 2.
Right. I was just saying that based off the one high safety and the way it was creeping more toward the middle of the field, T. Cole. That's the only reason I was saying
Yeah,
that.
because that's what I'm saying. The condensed formation, you ain't gonna kill grass
I
if
got
ain't
it.
nobody going
Tico.
deep. The other safety is just gonna come down.
Oh, okay.
Here we go, guys. I found it. Let me put this up on the
Be in the
screen.
film room.
Hey,
It's
listen,
pretty
man.
much.
Hey, man. Let me tell y'all, man. This is half the time what I be doing, yo. Because I be listening to some. I listen to some of y'all takes. I be like, this man, he didn't even watch the play. All right, so is it up on the screen? Can y'all see it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We see it.
So they circle JC Horn right here.
Yeah, they did.
See what we got down.
Oh, it's definitely.
Give me that bit.
Oh, it's definitely cover 2. Definitely cover 2. That's what we call cover 2 right there.
So that's what you mean by not kill grass, not just sitting on that assignment, just
Correct.
go and take a So was that his assignment the whole? Huh?
No.
I don't know what this is. I'm just playing this on the screen. But
nah, his assignment was.
So was that?
That looks like.
No, I was talking to my brother. My fault.
His assignment was to make the quarterback His assignment was to make the quarterback make a decision between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
okay.
would you call this a high-low concept?
Exactly. So
Yeah,
by him chasing the low one, he baited him from
Smash,
to the
ain't it?
Yeah, smash. No.
Or
It's the
flood.
high-low concept. It's like the red zone
flood.
high-low
Yeah, that's
concept,
flood.
bloody.
You're right, bloody flood.
Okay. I'm learning. I'm trying to get better.
It's like the red zone flood concept.
You know how quick your motherfucking feet gotta be to do some shit like that?
Hey, listen. Listen. You gotta have hips of a hyena. Yeah.
Yeah, JC is one of the
kind,
first of all,
That's exactly what I was about to say, Freddie. He one of the only big dudes that
Right.
got
That's
hips
what I'm
like that,
saying.
dog.
6'2". Hey, listen.
Right, Will.
6'2", 200, being able to move like that is impressive.
Yeah, because most of them tall dudes
Hey,
got
you
tight hips.
gotta have iron ball.
Right.
You gotta have iron. You gotta be made of steel because you think about it. I'm gonna make a man open so that you can throw to him, so I can get to the ball before you get to him, so I can intercept it. That's
JC Horn.
man.
That's
JC
being
Horn?
a master of the craft.
No,
But hey, yo,
let me tell y'all something real quick. I'm not gonna lie.
This one of your favorite
Panthers would have
videos.
brought back Steve Smith. I mean, not Steve Smith, Steve Wilkes. And what's the defensive coordinator's name that we had that year? Al Holcomb.
Oh yeah, Al Holcomb.
Oh,
if we would have brought them back, bro, look, man, I'm trying
Our
to tell
defense
you.
will be hell right now.
You know why? You know why?
Wilkes was the secondary coach with McDermott, wasn't he?
McDermott, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Man,
but you know what, T. Cole?
Listen, boy, T.
Cole?
Go ahead, Freddie.
Oh, my bad. What I was gonna say, but the thing I was gonna say was, I've seen this exact same play because Pat Surtain did this when he won Defensive Player of the Year in his highlight play, and Denver did this exact same thing, the exact same way, the same thing that J.C. Horn did. Fucking Pat Surtain did the same thing on the same side.
Hey man, we going to the Super Bowl, goddamn it.
That's that peekaboo.
Mm-hmm. It's that called
Super
bait
Bowl,
sound like
goddamn it.
boxing,
and that
man.
smash concept. What'd you say, Bloody?
I said Super Bowl.
When he said that's that peekaboo, I said that sound like boxing, man.
Yeah.
Let me play this.
Same
It's really
difference,
called
bloody.
bloody bait and
Same
switch
difference.
if you think about it.
Hey,
I
Nick
do the same
Tri-State
thing.
sent me this clip of Jonathan Brooks. It's like a 2-second clip, but you know, you can kind of see him getting kind of back into whatchamacallit, into form. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. See, this is the type of stuff I like right here, y'all. Let me see.
You like to see PPP?
I hope so. I hope
that's what
so.
you like to see?
Yeah, man. Like, bro, like I want the Panthers to be.
I feel like a nerd, man.
Awesome,
whenever
bro.
I break down shit.
Yeah. All right. Here it is right here. Okay, here it is right here. So the other guy that's
blow this
running,
up.
that's Jonathan Brooks.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was a wheelchair back there.
Oh man.
So that's
Bloody
Let me full screen that bit, PPP.
Yeah, I mean it's
So
not gonna
1
keep
second.
playing over and
Oh,
over again.
wow.
That's the only problem.
Hold on, that was him, or he just bending over? Pause.
No. That's him.
The other
That's
guy
him.
that was running. The other guy that took off running. Whoa.
That's Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
the guy
one that
taking
took
off running. That's
running.
Brooks.
Well, that is right because he do like that one leg sleeve.
Yep.
That's Brooks. That's running.
Yep. That was JB25.
Oh, those the cables that they connected to strengthen their hamstrings and quads and work with the explosiveness.
Correct.
I see you, Jay Beezy.
You want to allow me to
Hey,
Slow it up.
Come on, y'all dying, y'all drooling over JB y'all drooling over JB already, dog. Let's let him get some burn in the regular season before we start.
I mean, I was just looking at the exercise. I mean, he still got to take a hit to me. So
not you,
I mean, it's
not,
good.
not
It's
you,
okay, but he still got to take a hit. He still got to take a
I'm
hit.
talking about
He
Freddie.
still got to cut.
I'm talking about
Will,
Freddie.
stop it. Will, stop it.
I'm talking
Will,
about
stop
Freddie.
it. Will, stop it.
Glazing.
We 100% need. You know and I know.
What a whole hot bowl of glaze.
You know and I know.
Of it.
Shut up, PPP. You know and I know that we definitely need some explosiveness to that running back room.
I
So
never
really
said
do
that
hope
we
that he's
don't
like that.
want Jonathan Brooks to succeed, but I don't need you giving him those guys that he got to at least play 4 games before we can give him a nickname. You got at least give me that.
That nigga Zip said JB.
What name
I
he
said
gave
JB
him?
25.
JB
He
25,
gave
bro.
him
He
a
got to
nickname
earn it.
JB 25. He got to earn JB 25, dog.
What that mean? Jonathan Brooks 2025? What that mean?
No,
I guess
Jonathan
his
Brooks
number.
and his jersey number.
Man, listen. He a rookie.
Basically.
He is.
So he got to earn it. Go get us some snacks, bro.
So before we before we glaze the man too much, I want him to be successful. Don't get me wrong. You think I wouldn't want him to be a Bijan Robinson? I absolutely would. I'm just saying, let's just hold off on the glazing right now. That's all.
Just hold off on the glazing.
Yeah, just hold off on the glazing. That's all.
Oh Lord.
Man, we excited about him, man. We excited.
I can't be excited about somebody that ain't took no hit yet and ain't did no cuts or nothing.
Well,
That's
he
just
done
me.
one. He done about 2 cuts.
We excited about him coming back. We can't be excited about him coming back.
You can be excited. I'm just saying me. I gotta see more.
Hey, Bloody, I got it.
But
Hey,
you're
Bloody,
not excited about him coming
Bloody,
back.
we finally agree on something, Bloody.
We can always agree on stuff. But I got my viewpoint on certain things.
Hey,
I'm
Bloody,
hard. I'm tough on players. I say it like that.
Hey, Bloody.
Yes,
I
sir.
saw your comment. You was like, "What I do now?" I said, "Bloody, stop." You said, "What I do now?"
Of course, because everybody always saying I ain't got nothing nice to say to nobody. I'm always sitting there hating on some damn body. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna be tough on players. Because they get glazed while they in high school, they get glazed while they in college, they on Instagram, everybody say they're the best thing and all this other shit. I done seen football for a long time. I done seen some great players. No, they're not on that level. They gotta earn that shit.
Yeah. Oh,
and we
hey,
ain't gonna argue with you, Bloody.
Will, don't you live in? Oh, you live in Augusta, don't you, Will? Bloody, you live in Atlanta, don't you?
What's up?
No, sir. I'm from the Metro.
Oh, you in Columbia?
I ain't no ATL in. They're nasty over there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be in Atlanta next week, Thursday and Friday. My son,
what's up? I got family.
Oh no,
okay.
I was just saying I got to go down to Atlanta next week, Thursday and Friday. My son got a field trip to Atlanta, so I'm driving down behind the bus to make sure everything
PPP.
go
I sound like I'm from Atlanta.
No. I just thought you said that you lived in Atlanta, but nah.
Sir. Only time I go to the A is when we play bars. Other than that, I don't go to that trashy city.
Yeah, I actually got.
Hey, Atlanta got roaches.
Ugh.
Well, shoot.
I just know, like,
Charlotte got roaches.
No disrespect to nobody from Atlanta. I just know that city look real slummy downtown. I'm like, damn, for all the rappers and how they be blazing Atlanta, it supposed to look better than this. But shout out to College Park and East Point. It looked like Columbia. They also look like Monticello Road.
Oh yeah, it do like Monticello. You're right, bro.
You do, don't it? That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, you know the reason why I say Atlanta got roaches. So at their stadium, right? When I was leaving out the stadium after we had beaten them, we was walking the stadium and the lady was like, the lady checking lady talking, y'all need to leave. I said, don't worry. When I get out here, I gotta shake my jacket off because y'all got roaches in the stadium. She was like, oh, that's the last straw. You going to leave our campus right now. Y'all ain't gonna talk about us.
Dang.
Oh,
336 said, PvP, I heard Will be at the twerk bingo hall.
Oh nah.
The
Oh
what?
nah.
Never mind. I don't even want to
And
know.
Will be out there twerking
Oh
talking about
nah.
P22.
Oh nah.
I don't even want to
You know what? You know what?
F17.
You know what? That's the. Hey, you know what? I noticed. I noticed that there's now a trend. 2 is a trend. Last night somebody called me an R&B nigga. that was
funny.
crazy.
That
was
was
crazy.
hilarious.
And now
That
too,
shit
I'm
was
twerking
funny.
at the bingo hall.
Hey
Oh,
man, listen, y'all.
man.
I met Will Robinson, man, at the Seahawks game. He definitely
I seen
looks
the
like
picture.
one of them 1999 uncles. All right, I'm just being totally honest. He had the big chain on.
Damn.
You know, hey, we'll have the cool uncle vibe. I'm just letting y'all know, man.
God
Hey,
damn.
Will a cool dude, man.
Hey, that's funny. You ran up. Me and my wife was going in the stadium. I grabbed her like pee.
Hey, and Will, you saw me talking trash too. I was talking trash to the Seahawks fans.
Hey, you know what? And that game, that score does not tell the story. It was a
I'm telling you, Will.
one-possession game in the fourth quarter.
I'm telling you, Will.
That score does not tell the story of that game. It was a one-possession game going into the fourth quarter, PPP.
Yeah, a one-possession game, and it was cold. Yeah, you're right. It don't tell the whole story because it don't show how cold it was.
Well,
so
you
cold
know what?
out
Hey, you got to be up in club seats, man.
Oh
you got to
my
be up in club.
gosh!
You got to be up in club,
and
baby.
then it started like snow, rain, or whatever, like ice.
Oh my God!
You got to be in club, man.
Fuck?
Then Rose Boom dropped the pick.
Oh my God!
Horn dropped the pick. Right in his hand, boy. I'm talking about a gift.
A gift.
Hey, Nick Scott dropped the pick of the century.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Well, it kind of got ripped out of his hands, but
Hey, you know
the second time that's happened.
But you know what? Hey, you know what? Puka Nacua is either playing wide receiver or cornerback. He's going to do one or the other. Because he's done that twice to us.
Yeah,
he's done that twice to us.
Perfect technique
man.
too. Perfect technique too.
Nah, I'm still mad at that first touchdown that they got. They totally moved Nick Scott all the way out the way.
They did Nick Scott dirty.
They did him dirty.
But you know what?
How many times they do that to him?
This year we got a true green dot this year on defense.
Oh yeah. When we played the Seattle Seahawks this year, oh yeah, it's
Devin Lloyd.
Oh
is
my
a
God, we about to
true green
whoop
dot.
Sam Darnold's ass.
We got a true green. I cannot wait. And you know what's gonna suck, PPP?
What's up?
We can't go to training camp this year, dog.
Yeah, we got one more year. One more year, bro.
One more year. This bullshit.
Why y'all can't go to training camp?
Because they are doing a lot of construction to get it up. Like it's like so we went to training camp 2 years ago. They had like a makeshift like little whatever. They had like on one side they had general admission, like with these brought in stands, and then the other side they had VIP. On the site where the new training facility is going to be built at. So in order for them to get it completed, because we're not at Wofford no more, they went ahead and just said no more training camp. We're going to give them back together again and like in the bank. So yeah, but I'm not going to back together again.
So I wonder how we're gonna do back.
It's a waste of time for me. I ain't gonna lie.
How we gonna do back? How we gonna do back together again if we got the game for the Hall of Fame game?
That's a fact.
Oh, it may
That's
not be.
Fact.
How do we do back together?
You know what, Will? It's uncharted land, Will. We never had this situation before. I don't know.
It's definitely uncharted territory.
I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
They're going to have to shut back together again a little early.
Or back together again right after that first game, because we get 4 preseason games now.
Yeah,
we get 4 or 3. No, we get 4.
Well,
we got 4
what?
because we get 4
preseason games. PBB.
Yeah, you can say that.
I thought they only do 3 now.
Bloody. When you play the Hall of Fame game, that counts as 1.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I thought we only get 3. I ain't know that.
No, it's 4.
Yeah,
look, I thought because you got the Hall of Fame game, you still get your 3 regular preseason games. You just get that game.
Yeah, so it's 4 for us.
I don't even know because I ain't never had
that's a
Hall
first.
of Fame game.
I never known that. I just knew everybody
I'm
had
gonna have to look
4
that
the
up.
original way, and
Yeah,
then
I
it
mean,
switched,
yeah.
and then everybody got
But
3.
the Hall of Fame game, it counts as one, bloody.
Well, we
So
we
we
don't
have an extra one.
know for a fact though, Freddie, because we ain't had the luxury
If
of
it
ever
count, then
being
I'm gonna
in
just stay
a
out of it
Hall
because
of
I don't
Fame
feel like
game
getting hit
before. So
tonight.
I don't know. I don't know if teams that play in the Hall of Fame game still play a full 3 regular season games. I mean, regular preseason games. I don't know. I don't
thought
know.
they do.
Because
do,
if it count, then that means that it should just be 3. Because if it doesn't count, then that means they just getting hit for nothing. That might as well just be a scrimmage.
Hey, 336 exactly, bro. Nick Scott
I
trying
remember
to
that
jump
too.
40 feet in
That
the
was a
air.
meme. That
Hey
was a
man, let
meme.
me tell you, man. If I didn't cuss that day, that would have made me cuss. I ain't gonna lie. I was
That's
trying
the
to figure out
stupidest thing I've ever
what he
seen.
thought he was gonna get jumping up that. What he thought was gonna happen.
It was 3rd and 20 PPP.
Well,
That's the worst
maybe
part.
the defensive version of Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Nah. At least Jameis Winston gave you hope.
Hey
Nick Scott gonna
fellas,
give you hope.
I just looked it up.
Well, okay. What's
I
up,
just
Will?
looked it up. Listen, yes, the 2 NFL teams selected to play in the annual Hall of Fame game play 4 preseason games.
I
The
thought
rest of the
so.
NFL will play 3.
Okay, I thought so.
Cool.
I
Okay.
thought so.
Oh, okay. So,
Yep. I thought so.
so the
And you know
additional
the reason
tape
why I
for
know
the
that
guys.
happens. You know what?
Yeah.
You know why that happens, right? You want to know why that happens?
Why?
Because if you are a season ticket holder with any NFL franchise team, your ticket price is the same price whether it's a preseason game or a regular season game.
Oh my
So
god.
they're not gonna give up 73,000 times whatever the price is because y'all happen to be playing in Canton at that high school stadium that year.
Oh,
They're not
okay.
giving up that money.
They ain't trying to lose
You
no
get what I'm
money.
saying?
No,
They ain't trying to lose no money.
They ain't trying to lose no money.
Right, bloody.
Exactly.
Right.
So that Hall of Fame game is just a bonus round. And
Football
then,
is
so the
still a
Panthers, we
business,
get
folks.
2 home.
Yes, it is,
Exactly.
bloody.
So
Correct.
we get 2 home games this year.
Absolutely
So we
correct.
get 2 home games this year. So I gotta pay for home. I got 2 tickets per game. So I gotta pay both tickets for both games. I pay full price for them preseason tickets.
Ooh,
I normally give those tickets away, but
right.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, hey, it's been real. We sitting right there almost 3 hours. I gotta be to work early tomorrow morning. Yes, sir. Almost.
All right,
I
fellas.
understand how that
Hey,
feels. I got one
Yes,
more
sir.
day off.
PPP for
I got
letting
a
us
new
up,
job
man.
interview tomorrow, PPP.
Oh man, hey,
Good
hey
luck,
Freddie,
Freddie.
I pray in the name of Jesus that
Thank you.
everything
Good luck,
goes
Freddie.
well. You're gonna get
Thank
the job
you.
and you're gonna get more money than what you requested. Go in there with favor on your mind, and you'll be able to get whatever you ask for, sir. Do not ask for the bare minimum. Ask for what you want. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm about to go and check out
Eat some lemon
one
pepper
thing.
wings.
No lemon peppers this week. I'm on a little fast this week, guys.
Okay.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm on a little fast. I'm gonna still do my podcast stuff, but I am on a fast. So yeah.
Health
But
as well.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna catch
Well,
y'all,
hey,
man.
be safe, man. Be safe,
Yeah,
everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
y'all
sir.
too.
Zip, one love to
Appreciate
you,
you letting
Zip.
me jump up here, PPP.
Channel
Shout out to
here, one
everybody
love,
in the
y'all.
chat and the panel. I'm out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, T. Cole, I
One love,
appreciate you,
y'all.
man. Y'all keep pounding, baby.